el brillo, dinero, tú sabes que lo tengo, el brillo, dinero, tú sabes que lo tengo, el brillo.
Is that you having a little drinky poo, as some may say? Goddamn. Anyway. Oh my god, episode 2. What the fuck? Look at us. Who would have thought?
Right?
Who would have thunk it?
Unka donkey.
Did y'all think it?
Hard to say.
Wait, you don't think? Wait, what? What?
How rude.
You think it, bro? What you mean? You have no faith in the group, bro? I see how it is, man. See how it is.
Wow.
Anyway, ooh-bah. Dude, you can tell it's the wording, right?
Anyway.
Welcome to episode 2 of the fucking Derpie podcast. Me, myself, and I. And there's Anthony and George. All right.
Rude.
Well,
wow, you didn't use my gamer tag that I worked so hard on.
Well, it's in the title, so you know what? That's what you get, bro. Okay. I'm not saying that a whole. That's too many letters.
Terrible host.
Okay, then you host. Okay, you can start it. You can start it now.
No, it's too late. You already started.
We're already acapella right now. All right, real acapella, off script, childish.
You're a pelican.
You're a pelican.
Dave, if they hit you with some sweet beats before the stream start, they got
You just made me realize I'm social awkward at clubs. Like, don't. I'm sitting there like, oh man,
Everybody,
I don't want to dance with anybody.
Cool, dude, because you out here clubbing. Oh my god.
They can remind me why I don't go to clubs anymore. God damn it.
The only club I like now is a chicken club.
Chicken club.
Yeah, they got spices and seasonings.
Oh my god.
Anywho, this is the Derpie podcast where we talk to the 3 derpy people talk about nerdy things.
Nerdy
birdie. We have like a intro. I don't know what our intro is gonna be, but we need one.
Oh, we're gonna have to work on one.
What do you mean, like a visually or
No,
like musically?
what do we say? Like, fuck it, it's straight up acapella.
Acapella.
No idea.
What does that even mean? Is this new age slang?
Acapella. You never heard of acapella when people rap without a beat? Just go acapella.
Oh
Never heard of
no! Oh
acapella?
yeah, let's totally. I can totally rap.
Like cut off the beat and they start rapping.
Oh no, never
You
mind.
never heard of
That doesn't sound fun.
acapella?
I mean,
Oh,
yeah, I have.
we're acapella right now. There's no music, and we're just talking. Technically speaking, we're not rapping or saying. Well, you know what?
You know, I would prefer
Anywho,
music in the background of our stream, just very softly.
do you want to? What do y'all want to talk about first?
Thought you wanted to talk about Diablo 4 come making its way back around.
D4, the news of
Yeah, I
D4,
mean,
the server slammaroos.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's
go ahead.
ending today.
Where George says there's not enough slamming to
Yeah,
be jamming.
that the song that they picked for that was hilarious.
It was. I'm
I was like,
surprised they even picked
who,
it.
like, did they get George for like the PR department? Like, what the fuck? Like,
It's a great idea, but I think the execution was not as good as it could have been. For such a hyped up song, I was like, y'all ain't doing nothing. I wanted more
what a
slams.
slam. I don't think I can't even think of like many slam moves in that game right now that require slamming. Maybe like
Yeah,
the
you can't get that
barbarian
far.
has
That's why.
barbarian has like the charge slam thing, doesn't it?
Hiding everything.
Anyway,
I
so
mean,
how do y'all play it? You played last night, right?
yeah, we
What
played a little
classes?
just now.
What classes did you? Wow, you gonna podcast? I need your full attention. Wow, typical. Anyway, what class y'all pick?
A class.
I mean, I had history, and then I went to sciences. So I mean,
I was just excited for PE.
Anyway, I pick Rogue. I got little fucking dads in the fucking disco. Anyway, I picked the Rogue. It was better than I expected.
I went barbarian.
Yeah, I went with the sorcerer this time.
Dude,
Dude, sorcerer is so over OP. I'm like,
yeah,
God damn.
yeah, I felt that when
It
I played it the first
was
time.
way too OP.
When you get down the way you want it, what you want, what you I think they nerfed it, so it used to be more broken. So
Oh shit, really?
yeah,
It doesn't I don't think they did that much then.
Mm.
Especially when you get like some good gear. I got some legendary gear, which literally just gives me 2 more skills without actually putting into them.
Mm.
So I got like about 8 skills now.
God, but what element did you go mostly?
I'm actually doing like a mix of everything. I got fire, thunder, and ice. Ice for defensive, fire for crowd control, and lightning for solo damage.
Mm. And barbarian, how was that?
Compared to the druid, it's like I'm still not 100% satisfied. I'm like 75% there, but it's like it feels weird because like your starting abilities, you either pick from something that makes your arms flail all around like attack wise, or it's just you doing one move over and over and over and over
Very like
again.
single target. I'm about to be a fucking sponge.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it just feels weird. It's like, so one of your skills is lunge. So you're just lunging at everything, even when you're like smack dab in its face, you're still just lunging into it and over, and it just feels odd. And then the other skills are like, it's almost the same thing. They're all some form of ground slam or slam type attack or something that's supposed to stun or like do some kind of crowd control. But everything kind of just feels the same, or it feels like there should be a skill that kind of turns into that skill, like, oh, I should be able to slam and then do this other skill that they gave me, like right behind it, kind of deal.
You combo it up.
Yeah, like it feels like there should be like some kind of combo-age, but everything just feels like they picked a bunch of skills for you to just repeat over and over. Like, I'm not really feeling the synergy. Like the most synergy I feel is with the shouts. The shouts are really cool. You know, the shouts are really
that's
cool.
like the
They're really
second or
fun.
third tier too when you get the shouts.
Yeah, and then you have like 3 different shouts so far. You have one for movement and like resource generation, you have one for attack, and then you have one for getting everything like as like a taunt. And you have ways to like boost your shouts and all that stuff, but for me, like I think I would like to play a barbarian as like a main, but I wish they changed some certain things. And also the fact that you have all these weapons and you can't just switch them out whenever you want. You tie them to your skills. And but even then when you use the skill, you don't switch to that weapon. You use the weapon for
That's
that
weird.
skill. And then you go back to like whatever your base attack, like the first skill you chose, then you go back to using that over and over again.
Hmm.
Yeah, I wish they would let it so I want to switch weapons whenever I want. And like I wish they would also do different cleaves because it's the same like downward cleave or like the same one hit over and over
Hmm.
for everything, depending on what your first skill was. Like it feels like it's a mess that they could clean up, but they're not because they're gonna be like, this is how it is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbarian is definitely one of the classes I tried out that had a rough start. Almost got the same feeling with like sorcery when I first did sorcery and rogue, is that you have to get like to those like all your abilities to make it like feel good. Really like rogue yesterday, it was rough until I got like at least like 3 or 4 of my abilities and everything just started clicking
Yeah,
together. Like,
yeah,
oh my
that's what I felt the
god,
first time I
agree.
played that one.
this is
too, yeah.
actually quite amazing.
I
Mhm.
agree.
Because my
Yeah, it
rogue
does feel
yesterday,
like
dude, those first couple levels were rough as I tell you what, dude. That was like,
I
dude,
feel
I
like
was taking so much damage. I'm surprised I didn't die yesterday. 'Cause I was
Oh,
taking a lot
really?
of damage. I didn't, but dude, I was taking a lot of damage, dude. I think I got like 10% at certain points, and I ended up getting it all together, and I made like a cool little build. And I got mad because me thinking that it was like a level 25. I was like, oh man, I want to finish this build, and everything's gonna synergize together, and it's gonna be fantastic. And it stopped at 20. Like, oh well, shit.
Oh, 20 is the match? I thought it was more than that.
Well, I got a 20. It wouldn't let me go any higher, so.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm guessing for the beta, 20 is the highest.
Yeah. And like the full release is gonna be like 90, so my god.
Mhm.
But,
Just
but
imagine.
rogue is fun. Definitely like going range rogue. You don't see much range rogues that I see when I see streamers play. It's always like up close and stabby. So kind of cool to use like a
Well, I
crossbow
think
and be a
there's not that
Legolas.
much skills for range. That's why.
I think there's like decent amount.
I think there's more like melee than long range
I think
for
there's like
rogue.
a nice balance between the two. And then it was a time. Like I was like I feel like John Wick at the end. I was just fucking up everything. It's like, with the bow. It's like, oh shit, this is fantastic.
I wonder
Yeah,
what other kind of classes they'll put in for that because I would love to see some more like long range type stuff. But I'd really like to use somebody that uses like a gun.
the Witch Hunter, the the previous game, pretty sure it was like range class. I don't know. Like I think I was thinking about that yesterday. Like because when I was playing a rogue, I felt like that one character in the anime that has like the higher tech tree or whatever, like the musket user inside the anime. Like you know destroying everything with my gun, like almost like guy had developed guns in the dungeon or whatever. He was just fucking up everything with the guns. I almost feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of weird to have muskets in the game, but yeah, it could fit. Maybe like a pirate character would be kind of cool.
Yeah, like nothing too like high fantasy.
Mm.
Cause I really like playing characters like not first person shooters, it's weird, like third person and like things like this where it's like you have like gun skills and you have like bomb skills and stuff.
Mm.
But I don't need like beam rifles or like rail guns or anything like that. Just something that, makes it kind of fun, like a shotgun and then like a pistol and you can combo things together, set traps. So like maybe like a trapper or something.
They kind of got that for the rogue. The rogue has a lot of traps, but I don't really use. It.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
Probably a
Like,
lot of kiting.
How far did y'all get into like the Act One? Like y'all doing what
Oh
did you do?
no. It's the same thing as like last time. We're doing like a lot of exploring and we're just kind of messing around because it's like I started way late. I started way late in the whole Diablo thing, and then by the time we all like got together to like play last night, it was like there's no way we're gonna get to like. Well, I guess we could get to
Oh,
20, but I don't think we're gonna finish all the
dude,
quests.
I did like that's what I did for first beta. It was like when we did go like, exploring stuff. Like, oh, I did like a decent amount of exploring the first one. This one I made more like effort to do like the main quest stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I got it done in like 5.5 hours or so. And I barely did any side quests unless it was like done on the way as I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I did like a couple of dungeons for like some rogue abilities, but I ended up not using anyway. But yeah, I got to like 20 and like I'd say like 5.5. I would say.
And you know what? Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, that was the end of my thought.
Oh, sorry. If I had more time today, then yeah, I think I could. But it ends at 3 o'clock. Like, yeah, the beta ends at 3 o'clock. It's technically supposed to end at noon,
Weird
PDT, so
time.
Pacific.
Put that shit to
That's what I
midnight.
was
The
saying.
fuck?
Yeah, if they gave us like all day today and they just ended it tomorrow, it would have been like, all right, cool. Yeah, I could totally do that. Come play a little bit later and then, do other things. All right, awesome. But there's no way after the podcast and after doing some Mother's Day stuff
If
that
I
I'm
do
going to be
that, I
able to then
would
hop on.
fucking stay it on because I want to do the world boss thing. I think the world boss gives you like
Mm-hmm.
a beta prize or whatever that you can take to the main
Mm-hmm.
game.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to do too, because the more I play this, even though I'm not 100% satisfied with the classes, I'm still having fun though.
Mm.
Like, it's cool going into the random events. I like the smaller like little cellar dungeons. I like that you can do bigger dungeons and it's not like you have to do it or you have to unlock it. It's like, oh, you found a dungeon, you can do it. This is the prize it has, like as the main thing you're gonna want. And it's cool to just kind of run and be like, yeah, I totally want to do this instead of like having everything always have to be unlocked. It really pushes like the whole exploration, especially with the random events. It's so fun finding like a random event or
Mm.
finding like a random boss or something like that, or like have like a dice roll like instance boss kind of come in and try to fuck you up.
Mm.
I like all that stuff. And then I like being like, all right, I think I've had enough of that. I can go back to town. I'm gonna start doing this quest after I sell some stuff. Like
Mm.
all that stuff really makes the game great, and the classes are just kind of like the spice of it.
Mm.
And the spices aren't perfect for me, but everything still tastes good.
The weird thing, like during like the main quest, meet these two characters. The one's a knight. The other one's almost like even like an engineer, more like a shinobi. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't look like a shinobi, but like some of her like abilities are hella shinobi like. I was like, man, these are like some cool class. I wondered like they're gonna ever bring like a knight class. 'Cause they had a knight class in the other ones, or like a guardian class that did all the tanking and sponging and healing or whatever. And then like it'll be kind of cool.
Like a cleric?
Yeah, they had it in like Diablo 3, and like in the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of weird. They didn't add like another. I guess they have the druid and the barbarian. They're pretty tanky class, and technically a necromancer is also a pretty tanky class. Maybe they didn't want to overdo it with the tankiness, but yeah. I saw this character. I was like, dude, it's like character's got like a light, holy light wall and doing all sorts of other stuff. And then like the other character is like disappearing and like doing like a CC stun attack and like what the fuck? This is kind of cool. Like it was in a
Those
party,
are
but I wasn't in a party.
I feel like those are definitely characters. If you saw that during the main quest in Diablo 4, I feel like those are definitely teaser characters for like later content.
That'd be kind of sick.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I'll be down for a shinobi. Well, I guess
I'd be
like
down for a paladin.
be like a
Well, paladin is super nice.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they had other classes. That's one of one like like I don't know. Maybe like a surprise.
If they bring back they bring in the shinobi, they're probably gonna bring back the monk too.
Yeah, monk probably take priority.
Maybe
Yeah,
they won't add
Hand-to-hand
monk and they'll just
combat.
keep shinobi.
that too.
Yeah.
Shinobi will be the monk because maybe they don't want to redo.
You mean bring
a lot
back
of
the
classes.
fucking? I want a proper zoo class. All right, I want the witch doctor to be back. I don't want to have little ghouls around me and shit. Little fucking abominations rock following after me.
What are you talking about? You already have the necro.
Fuck the necro.
No more.
Necro's too easy. Witch doctor has a fucking advantage. Not really.
After all, they're coming. I want my
Witch-
necro. I want my
witch-
necro. Now you're like, I don't want the necro.
This is the first. Necro wasn't easy in the other game. It was harder. That was just easy. To me, I'll need to go back and check out the blood magic on Necro because that'd be kind of cool. But yeah,
It'll be fun. It'll be funny. They introduce a vampire class.
Oh man, if they make a vampire class, I'd be all over that.
You kind of already have that in Necro with all the blood powers and stuff. Like they heal you, they do damage, they do effects and stuff. So, wait, it's close enough to a vampire you're gonna get.
No, I was about to say maybe a werewolf class, but they already had the druid for that too. So
Yeah.
like, yeah.
What if the vampire class was a class that wasn't like a zoo, but like the more different types of attacks you get, you collect bats, but they don't attack, and it just buffs your skill damage, or like depending on how many bats you have, you can do like certain things after you like do an attack that sucks blood or something. So they're
Fuck it.
like,
I want a class that you're not even a human. Fuck it. Walk around
it's
as
dog,
that's dog
stray dog.
or some
Mhm.
some spirit or something. I don't know. A ghost.
That would be pretty cool.
Ooh, a specter or like a succubus or something like that.
Snake
How
person.
dare you bring up sucking Diablo 4? Who you think you are?
Yo, I didn't start that, okay? I didn't start that. That was someone else.
Listen, she played the same class again, and
Is
she
it the
got the
same?
skill. She said it's different, and I think it's different in a way that she doesn't like it, because I think she was saying the same thing. Like they changed her base like attack thing, so she uses like a shield or some kind of offhand. She can't use two blades again, but she can't really attack. She's like, yeah, I have a scythe, but I can't swing it or anything like that. I'm just doing
Holding
this
it.
one skill over and over and over again.
Like,
That's
usually that's like almost like barbarian, where it's probably like the ability lock.
Mm-hmm.
You use that ability. You only use that weapon if you have that ability.
Mm-hmm.
You have like your general abilities that are used on everything.
yeah,
Anyway, enough with Diablo 4. Fuck it. Enough with Diablo 4. That's it.
how dare you?
Got other
How
things to
dare
talk
you
about.
dish the Diablo?
We can talk. We're gonna have a Diablo 4 podcast. Fuck it, eat.
Mm-mm.
There's other things to talk about. Other things happened this week. All right. That game's fantastic. We're all gonna lose our lives to it when it eventually drops for like a month or two. Then let's go back to normal. Back to status quo.
1 week max. Done.
Okay. For you,
No
probably.
life in it.
No way.
When was the last time you no life the game? I mean,
Ooh.
like no life. Like every bit of free time,
Final
no
Fantasy.
sleep. Which one?
The remake.
Remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, hours we're talking here.
Ooh.
You 100% it? You go for the 100%?
I tried, but then I got annoyed and I didn't go for it in the end.
Mm.
Because like in hard mode, you literally have to like make sure to keep your magic and health as high as possible because you don't get any like, heal backs until you find a bench, which is usually at the end of every chapter.
Mm.
So you have to really think of what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
because you
hearing
can't
that.
use items too, right? I think it's only
Nope.
magic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't use items, so you can't regenerate your MP.
Mm-hmm.
times. I like the games had a good like hard mode slash like new game pluses or like they spent their time and actually developing that shit. Like unlike the God of War one, the recent one, like there's like certain armor sets that don't show up in the main game and only show up in New Game Plus, or like certain enemies that don't show up in the main game but show up in New Game Plus. So that stuff like that, longevity. Oh, makes the second playthrough even better.
Agreed. Especially for those good items.
What was your last no life? Oh, ha.
I don't know, actually. It's either going to be 14 or Neo 2.
Neo 2. It was Neo 2 for you.
Yeah, it's probably Neo 2. I
Yep.
think that was my last one. Because even with like Wo Long and like a lot of the other things I'm playing, like I'm not like no life in it. Like I'll play it until I'm like satisfied, but I'm not like I gotta beat it. I've gotta beat
I
it.
gotta be the very best.
Everyone,
And if they're big titty spirits.
oh, especially if they're big
Those.
titty spirits.
Pokemon?
I've seen that before. Yeah, I've seen that one.
And
It's the one with Jesse, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Jesse.
And fuck it, y'all been keeping up with like the news. Dude, I don't know why, but I completely forgot Zelda was releasing soon. The new Zelda.
Oh yeah, it's already out. It's
I feel
already
like
out.
I feel like it's been forever since like
you know,
that
they
was
did a
like
live
announced or like slash
They did a live letter for Final Fantasy 14
Mm.
for like a new expansion, and the dude, like the main creator for 14, who was like talking about it, he was playing Zelda on his Switch during during part of the broadcast.
Yeah, he just comes in with the Switch, like playing it. He sits down, he's just like listening in while playing. He's like, yeah. Like, huh? What? Huh? Yeah.
They're
Oh,
making
yeah,
memes, so like, let him play.
Let the damn man play. God damn it. He's earned it.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the game? Have y'all seen like just by if you played it or what you seen? You think it's
For
like
what? For Breath of the Wild?
oh Tears of the new one.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. Yeah, it's the
No,
Tears
no,
of
no,
the
no. There's
Kingdom.
another one.
Yes, it's Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom. That's what it's called.
It's called
That's-
2? What is this called? Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
That is the second name, but it's like the full name is Breath of the Wild 2,
That
Tears of the
sounds
Kingdom.
I think
stupid.
you're lying.
I think that's hella cap. That's such a long fucking name. That sounds cappy as
It
fuck,
is
dude.
a freaking long name.
I'll look it up right now. Don't make it up. I'm looking at something on my screen that says Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Listen,
So
the game cover says The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. There's no Breath of the
where
Wild.
I don't
2.
see no 2,
You're
no
lying.
numbers. So why are you straight cap? You over here fucking trying to gaslight us right now live. I'm sick of
There's
you.
the major gaslighter here.
Anyway,
Listen,
like
this is a whole nother disc.
hold on, that's the DLC.
What disc are you talking
Not an
about?
expansion.
Fucking-
What?
Like so like you see gameplay and have you seen like everyone watching it? What is your thoughts on the game? I think it's 10 out of 10. I've seen some 10 out of 10s in like reviews lately. So,
I mean, it's always been a good game. You know? I mean,
but
I want to play it, but I don't have a Switch. I can't do anything about it until I buy a
I've
Switch.
never played a Legend of Zelda game before.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
I don't think I have. I think I probably played like Legend of Zelda-esque games that are not Zelda, but it never attracted my. Like, oh shit, that looks so awesome to go play it.
Nah, yeah, you gotta play at least one of them, even if it's an old one. The old ones are still good even today.
Like but I watch people play it. I don't think it's 10. I don't know. Like
Listen.
it's yeah. I feel like people are on copium right now. Like it looks like more Breath of the Wild. It seems cool, but
I agree.
The new mechanics. The 10 out of 10 is a bit strong. It's a bit strong for me.
I didn't really get much interest in playing it either, because even when Breath of the Wild was around, everybody's like, "It's amazing." I'm like, "Yeah." I guess like I like that they're trying like new things with like Zelda and like all these other games, but and I understand why it's good. I could see why it's good, but it still never really made me want to be like, "Wow, you know what I really want to play?" I didn't really get that urge. And even with this new one, I like a lot of the mechanics that they did add, and I think like some of the I don't know, I guess some of like little things here and there are kind of cool, but it's still not. Man, you know what I really want to play? Which is hilarious because the game that did get me like that was that new Kirby game that came out. I don't know if it was like a remake or what, but when I saw him eat that car, I was like, I want to play this.
Yeah, it's a new game coming out. Yeah,
Oh my god, I wanted to play that Kirby game so bad. I was like,
I think it's
"Did
coming
I
out
get a
this year.
Switch?"
Mighty crispy.
Yeah, I think it's coming out this year.
It looked so good. It was so silly.
I think it's in August. It's coming out too. Yeah.
But they also released like a Mario Party-esque Kirby game too.
They should or they are.
They already have. I can't remember what it's
They
called.
have?
But it's like a whole either race to the cake and eat the cake or whatever.
What?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I remember watching Maximilian dude play it on one of his like friend streams, whatever, like little group streams he has. And yeah, dude. It looked like it was a good solid couple of hours of play, but didn't have that much longevity to it, as I saw. But the single player, I thought it was already out, the single player game, the story one. But I could be wrong. I did see like gameplay and trailers of it, so this is like it looks like this Kirby Mario. So, can't go wrong with those two.
Kirby's Dream Buffet?
I think that's it.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. I looked it up real quick. The The trailer for it is kind of adorable.
That's all that game is. It's full of adorableness.
It's just
Especially
Kirby
one of the
eating
most
desserts.
overpowered characters in gaming ever.
Kirby?
Yeah,
Kirby.
broken as fuck, dude. And somewhat, why no one see that motherfucker as a monster? He eats people, right? They
He's so
don't
cute.
even crunch him; just sucks them down. Where does they even go? He doesn't even change sides half the time.
It's a void.
Void
It's
of
like a black hole.
darkness. Oh, dude! Every time I see like Zelda, I don't know what it is. I had like this cool idea for a Sims game. And it was like when you make an open world Sims game that looks like Zelda, you're like a fantasy, like a medieval Sims game, and you build your little house. It's all like third person, and you pick your job title or like whatever the fuck in the fantasy realm. And you go to the town on your horse or whatever. Like, dude, this would be sick. Like a fucking open world Sims game that's like third person. And I don't know. There's an idea there that I lost my mind to like a long time ago. Like, oh my god, you said I would make billions and billions of dollars, man. Then I don't care what anyone says. It's a open world Sims game that looks like that. Lock it in, or like a Stardew Valley that looks like that. Lock it in. Anyway, I think it's overhyped. I saw some of my other streamers that are making line to watch who play Zelda. They didn't seem excited about it. It didn't look that too exciting. I think some of the building stuff is kind of cool, but for Zelda, I guess. They might catch that the new Jack Black trailer, new video games.
What?
You seen video games?
Jack Black
With
games?
Tenacious
What?
D? Never heard of video games?
What's Tenacious D?
How dare you? I haven't seen this animated thing.
What?
Video is so sick. Talking about how video games are not video games anymore; they're like a lifestyle. They like hops through like all different media, and then in the video. Oh, bro, I gotta look at it. Heard this game? Oh, heard this game?
No.
Have you heard this game, dude?
Mhm.
It's the another banger. Well, I don't want to say it's a banger. It's a good song, but there's something better. Playing video games no more. What y'all been playing this week? Other than Diablo 4.
14. Just 14 with Angel. As she discovers her journey through 14. But yeah, I haven't really played much. I've just been kind of busy.
Ever like do another update to that game? Or like a visual update?
It's coming soon. I think it's the next expansion, if not within like a couple of patches. I forgot which patches are on right now. They released some more gameplay. They released or not gameplay, what am I saying? They released quests and like some new dungeons and bosses to do, just to kind of keep everybody interested until they actually get to the main thing, like the next expansion. But it's getting really nice. Like I don't know which Final Fantasy he's from, but they're exploring this character called Golbez. He's this giant like mage knight that's supposed to be like super OP. They're bringing him in. They're adding a whole bunch of things with like gods and whatnot.
Oh god.
1, 2.
Pause.
Oh, this one I
Don't
remember.
play video
I remember.
games
Yeah, I
no
did see
more.
this.
Never play video
Oh god,
games.
please do
Except
that.
for a little bit of God
Wow,
of
what
War.
happened?
Never
Oh my
played
God.
Oh
video
god.
Oh
I know
god,
what's-
what's going on?
Jesus
You want to see
Christ.
those lips? The lips are weird.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, keep
It's
my
just-
bad. Continue.
I'm zooming in on
Alright, for that
Jack
Final
Black
Fantasy 8.
But no, that's it. A lot of people are just waiting around because it's like there's so much to do in 14. Like
Yeah,
there's almost too much to do in 14.
Yeah. I think it's time for like maybe a reset. I don't want to say a reset. New look. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, they're
it's
trying, but-
looking dated and got like a lot.
Even
No. It's not even it's really. If you really compare it to other games, it still looks really good. It doesn't really.
Mhm.
It looks really, really crispy. I'm sorry, but no, it still looks really good.
I got on a
think
couple
you're- I
days
think you're
ago.
on mad
I was
copium.
like,
I
nope,
think you're
absolutely
hella
not.
bad copium. Have you seen? Okay.
Have you gone on 14?
Yes, I have. Well, not
When?
well. I've watched people play. I haven't gone on it myself.
No, that's a
I
huge
think that's
difference.
bad.
Like
Copium.
compare it to other games right now. It is still looking
A
very.
game
other-
that's been out for like 10 years.
Uh-huh.
It looks great.
Copium. Man.
Like compare it to WoW.
WoW has been
Compare it
out
to like
longer.
Star Wars.
Okay. Compare it to another game. All right, compare it to another game then. What game?
The New World.
New Worlds?
Yes.
How long has New World been in development for?
But we're talking about visual. We're not talking about how long it's been in development.
No,
for.
we're talking about visual, but comparing it to how long it's been.
What is that
They
got to do
haven't
with the
done a graphical
visuals? We're
update for it. It's
literally
been 10
talking about
years.
visual. If y'all think
This
Final
game is
Fantasy,
still on like
okay.
an old engine
Copium.
that can play on.
Oh, I forgot I'm talking to two bad boys.
That has nothing to do with it. You just like to just go
Okay.
gaslighting.
I'm
to
not
the
Right, yeah, he's
comments.
just
gaslighting. I was
gaslighting,
just,
like,
He
I
just
was,
loves to
now.
gaslight.
I was
No,
just
no, no,
just
no,
He
no,
doesn't
stating
no.
even
an
play
opinion.
14.
I was just
We're like,
stating
hey,
an
you want to
opinion.
play 14 for free with us? And he's like, no,
Like
I
we
don't
are
wanna
literally
play.
giving you the parameters here.
Okay.
Give us a game that's lasted 10 years and still looks as good as it is now. But you're not, no, give me New World, which has been out for like
What?
2 to 3 years.
Who made New World?
I have no idea. Amazon.
Oh
We're
my
talking
God,
about we're talking about the
exactly.
visual standpoint. You're telling me
Exactly.
the
How
visuals
much
don't
money does
update it?
Amazon have to put
compared to
into
other
it?
games?
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right, then. All right.
Like, we're giving you
I
the
forgot-
parameters.
I forgot who
Why
was
don't you go play
Work within the
14?
I'm
parameters.
talking to two hard-headed people. I forgot when he played.
I'm
a
sorry,
certain
not
amount of
everybody wants to
games.
agree with you all the time.
I didn't say you had to agree. I was just saying, oh, okay.
That's what you want, but you're not gonna
I'm
get
not
it.
saying. I'm just saying. I feel like you're on copium. Right?
Yeah, Ozzy, you're right. The game doesn't look that great
Okay.
compared to New Worlds. There you go. Is that what you want?
I was just saying. I already got the answer to my question forever ago.
Oh,
How are you gonna answer?
God.
I'm gonna ask your own question. You're like, that's not the right answer. The answer is you're wrong. All right, let's move on,
I
guys.
didn't say.
You're,
What did you
the
say?
answer is you're wrong.
I wanted to debate, but now you know what? I'm not gonna take anything else.
I
Oh,
just
my
said I
God.
feel like it looks dated, and y'all said it did it. I'm like, okay, cool. And then you say, "Oh,
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me, give me a game that's lasts this long, that looks as good." Like, oh, I didn't say by visual standpoint, I feel like it's kind of dated. Maybe like
But
a
we're
little,
saying, like,
little uplift.
compared to a lot of things, it doesn't look that bad. It looks great. Like, I thought they did the graphical update last time I went on for like this new patch. So I was like, man, this thing's looking extra good. It's looking extra crispy. Like, did they change something? Like, why do my clothes look like this? And it didn't. Nothing changed. I was like, I'm just stupid, I guess. Because it looks amazing.
Oh, my God. Jesus. Man. That's funny. That is so funny.
Yeah, what do you guys, you guys like gonna be like a? How long you think WoW and fucking like all those long ass games will last longer? Like how much longer do you think
Look.
it will last?
Wow. Gonna have has
God. Oh.
history.
Yo, hella robotic.
Will have
You're going hella robotic.
No, no, Silence, calm down. you're like glitching out.
Hey, repeat what you said.
WoW has a long history, and it will continue to have a longer history.
Mhm.
The same thing with Final Fantasy. Because Final Fantasy made a contract of having at least 10 more years of content.
These 10 more years. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's what we said. Trust me. We're like cow guys. Something.
So like this has been like WoW has been open since what 2000, something like that.
No idea.
So until now, it's been at least 20 years,
Mm.
and it's still going strong, even though it looks like crap. But gameplay, people love it, so it's gonna go on for a while.
Like I've been doing this for 20 years. I can't stop now.
Mhm. Exactly. And I mean, what other games are I think it was like, what Guild Wars have been going strong for a while.
Where is this robotness coming from?
Yeah.
You were like fine a minute ago.
Oh,
What is it coming out tracks or what?
There you go.
Alright.
You're good now. Maybe get back a little bit from the mic, just a little bit.
Too much? Too much?
Too much bass.
Okay.
When you're really close, it sounds like you robot. But then when you're kind of like at a normal distance, because I feel like you're just a little too close.
I literally have not moved the mic at all.
It's just like a connection thing.
Yeah, it's
That's
probably
fine.
my connect. It's probably the connection. But anyways, there's a lot of games that have been going on for a while, like say Guild Wars. Although they are kind of free. I don't know if that makes any difference. And also there's Star Wars too, but I did hear that they're going to close down Star Wars, so
I thought it was the
Is it the Knights of the Old Republic one or?
no, the Old Republic, yeah. The Knights of the Old Republic it's a game by itself.
Oh, okay.
yeah, the single player game.
Yeah, the Old Republic is the MMO.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That one's like really outdated graphics and everything. Oh, they did work it out on an old engine to begin with, so I'm not surprised.
Been playing the same game for like 20 years. That's kind of boggling.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to think of like what was I even playing back then. I don't think I was even into video games. I was like,
oh yeah,
20 years ago?
like 7,
you were
8.
Jock back in the day, weren't you?
I want to say like, yeah, I guess.
Like,
I
I guess.
Well, I was a balanced player. I was a balanced person when it came to video games. I think my first console was PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
And it was PlayStation 1. Then I was like, you know, I was still a kid. So I was like, game was like, you know, it's gaming, it's cool, but fuck, I got a trampoline. Yeah, football. You know, it have, you know, it's like the athlete body. Like when you're in shape, you know, you gotta use it. Like it's almost like that, like running high. When people say once you get to a point like in your running, you get that bliss,
Runner's high, yeah.
the dopium, or what do you call it?
Mm-hmm.
You get the same thing from playing sports and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really go hardcore gamer until like high school. I think that long like coincided with me moving to a different country and everything. So it's all just like fuck it, why when I play video games. Then I didn't even get into anime until college, so we are. Hey, let's watch video games. Well,
Is it up?
Now the sound.
Now the sun is gone. I'm about to say, like, what happened?
Your computer's died, dude.
Are you
It
plugged
doesn't
in?
work no matter
Yeah.
what you do.
Dude, everything's done, dude. We're fucking shocked. Too many tabs open. Can't even keep up with the fuck. What we look at? If I could go this. My little things.
All right, ready? 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3.
Too
I
late.
don't play video games no more. I never play video games, except for a little bit of God of War. I never play video games. Maybe once in a while, a little bit of Fallout 4. But that's okay, not right now. I got things to do, cause I don't play video games no more. Never play video games.
Oh god,
Why is
this
this so choppy?
But Red Dead Redemption 2, that is not a game. It's an incredible journey through old American
Why is he naked?
history.
Naked.
Fighting for your
Booty
life
cheeks
and
on.
fighting for
Oh
your
god.
family. Try to live your days with honor and integrity. That's not a game, that's an adult thing. That's not a game at all. That's like fucking Shakespeare. I don't play video games no more. Tiny bit of video game. I guess I still play fucking video games. Yeah!
Oh, poor old man.
That's it. That's the one. It's on the album.
Tail.
Oh no!
Dead by University. Dude, fucking Jack Black is a national.
Yo, Jack Black, no matter what he
National
does, he
treasure,
always does it right.
What is fucking things?
It's ridiculous.
Oh my god,
Oh.
the May releases. Alright,
Yeah.
the
I saw
dumpster
that.
fire known as Xbox with the Redfall game release. Holy shucky duckity.
You know, I heard a lot of mixed things about Redfall. Like, what do you
Dude.
guys think? I saw some gameplay. I was like, this seems a little boring.
All I've heard was bad things. Where you get mixed from?
I just get mixed people. So there's some people who actually like it for some reason.
Mm.
I'm like, oh, okay.
That
Like why? I don't know, but like I
Raw.
thought it looked boring to me. It looked boring to me. It didn't look like it had a lot.
Is Redfall that street vampire thing?
Yes, it
Or
is.
street zombie
Vampire.
thing? I don't know.
Vampires.
I don't think I've seen. I don't think I've heard of this.
Never heard of Redfall?
Hmm.
It's made by the same people who made Arcane Studios. So Arcane, whatever. It's the
No
fucking
idea.
they made Prey. They made Dishonored. They made can't think of the other one. Deathloop. That one was recent. They're like a really good development company when it comes to like gaming and storytelling. It's just this last game, woo, it wasn't cooked at all. Undercooked. I mean, like a buggy AI. I mean, like, the worlds were like feeling dead. There weren't that many things to kill, or like repetitive stuff. I think one of the bosses glitch, a whole glitchy, undercooked mess, flying right out of the Microsoft Xbox, studios. A lot of people are thinking because another one of those like case of developers are being pushed by like the corporate company that release something before it's done type of thing, just to hit their mark or whatever. And everyone's assuming that Microsoft is putting all their eggs into like Starfield, so really backing this up as much they've. Dude, when you watch the fucking Donkeys review of this game, holy fuck!
Oh my
Video
god!
game, Donkey did another good one, dude. Another doozy.
Did he do that thing where he says he's gonna review the game and he talks about a totally different game?
Oh, he did like for the first section, but he stuck on his game the whole time though. He went in. Dude, this game's like $70 by the way. It's got the full price tag on this thing.
No thanks.
I feel like in Australia it's like even more. Like other like countries, I think it's even more because you know how the price, whatever. This number, which is sad because it kind of have a cool idea, like a fucking vampire Far Cry game. Like, oh shit, Far Cry is really
Is
baller.
it cool? Because that doesn't sound original like at all.
Well, I didn't say it was. Well, I guess the vampire part, maybe they're trying to like cash it on like the vampire hype that came out from Masquerade, I guess, or Blood
Like
Hunt and all that
vampire
stuff.
hype's been around since Twilight.
Twilight hype of vampires. Hey, fuck Twilight.
Yeah,
I've seen it to watch those movies.
look, when it comes to zombies and vampires, it's
First thing I think
they've
about,
overused it so much. I don't really care about it.
like vampires are hyped from Underworld for me. Underworld was a banger. Movies,
I'm talking about like
The
I
movie?
don't
yeah, the movies.
Mm.
No,
I don't disagree with that, but I'm talking about like in like a mainstream kind of thing. Like, yeah, because we all liked, like right, Underworld, Blade, and like all those things that existed before. Like, yeah, it existed before, but people really, really, really got into it. I want to, and I could be totally wrong. I'm just a normie myself, but people really got into it like after Twilight. That's when it exploded, and then people started to like do their own thing, and then you started to see more of it. But I feel like you've seen more of it as maybe not in like as good like other things. Like, what are other things that have vampires in it that's actually like genuinely good?
in video games.
Media, just media. It's like
Media in
video
general.
games, anything.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people like True Blood.
Like it's like was it Vampire Stories or whatever? Something
Yeah.
stories, something that. Yeah,
Oh, the Vampire Diaries and stuff
like
like
what
that.
it is? I don't know what it was.
I think it was Vampire Diaries.
Look cringy as fuck. I don't know, it's hard. It's a hard thing to do. Actually, I heard Renfield, the recent movie with Nicolas Cage.
With Nicolas Cage,
I
yeah.
heard that's really good. So
Oh yeah.
it looked funny as shit. Like the trailer for it. It's like you're following like Dracula's assistant that he had for like whatever the time Dracula's been around. He just like helps him like get bodies and stuff. And look kind of funny. Assistant's trying to get out now or whatever. It's Nicolas Cage being Dracula. So it sounds hilarious. Looked hilarious. The trailer looked funny. You go there, no expectations. You're gonna have a good time, type of thing. I don't know. It's like like that gothic, but it's not even like gothic. I think gothic's more acceptable than vampires. Like in video games in general, like vampires never had like a high presence. I feel like it's like the big like the first like vampire heavy game since like what Blood Hunt in Vampire Masquerade. Whenever they eventually dropped that game. But I don't know. Vampires. This. Yeah.
You think it's because a lot of people? I feel like a lot of people just want to do like the same stuff because I feel like vampires could be a totally like a more interesting thing to put in like media if people wouldn't just do the same old thing. It's always they're undercover, they're hiding from something, they're trying to take something over, or they're trying to live in peace kind of deal. Like they're always playing like this like I don't know, what is it called? Um Subjugated? I don't know, it's subjugated or whatever. It's like they're always like on the back
Minority.
foot of everything. Yeah, they're always like this like minority that's either trying to live a peaceful life or they're trying to take over, you know? Like it would be cool to see like I guess more fighting. I don't know, something with more fighting or something with like a deeper lore than just that. Maybe they're actually just like in a universe and they're a
Well, like,
character within this world, like a race within this world that fits instead
well,
of being like
like
some like, oh no, that's the dark people, you
well,
know?
the concept of Redfall is that they took it over a town or whatever. And it's
Mhm.
like they're like the whole Far Cry vibe where you're in this open world and you like do these objectives, and then you unlock like the underboss of that area, and you have to take out the underboss. And they have like the vampires come out at night, and they all and like in the day they have like their little, you call them like their thralls or whatever, doing
Mhm.
their bidding, or the human old people doing their bidding,
Mhm.
and you're trying to like clear this town of the vampires, which is, I don't know. I feel like games that focus heavily on vampires that are not like really good single player story, heavy story driven things are not going to do well. That in some reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe people don't fuck with vampires like that. Cause like the only recent game that I played has vampires and it was Blood Hunt, and Blood Hunt's a banger of a game. It's hard to like once you pick like vampire like media, you're kind of limiting yourself in that the vampire can know what things that like make sense for vampires to do, or the way they look, or a certain like
Mhm.
art style slash um media, vampire media. Like I don't know how to explain it, but you're kind of limiting your scope, what they can do. Maybe people fuck with vampires anymore.
I think it has a space, but I think somebody just needs to find out like a different kind of space to put them in. Like I'd like to see a vampire race in like a game like what was that one that you're playing like a lot of and they would do airdrops and like whatnot? And there'd be like a lot of street fighting, they do an airdrop, then you'd race to the airdrop and there was like
Dying
uh
Light,
huh?
Dying Light.
No, it was like a modernized like we'd go like I tried it out too.
Blood
And we'd
Hunt.
go into like buildings and there'll be like all these shootouts and whatnot.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
It's almost like man. I guess it's like more of a modern setting. Like
What's
I would
the
like to
difference with the
see
game?
huh?
What's
It
the
was
diff-
like Destiny, but not. You had like all
Oh,
these classes that
Outsider. No,
Outsiders? No, no,
that's not
no. It wasn't
Destiny.
called Outsiders.
Was it
It was
third
like Destiny,
person?
but it's not, and you made like this really tanky character. Um and like you had like this healing robot like med thing or something like that, or I think you made like a medic kind of healer, but it's like with the things that you had.
Healing.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
I
It's
stream
not
it.
The Last of
I'm
Us. It was
assuming
like
I did
something
stream it.
else.
Healing rope.
Yeah,
No,
like I
you
said,
probably
it's
gonna
like
come.
Destiny.
Probably gonna come to me later. Like ESO had vampires. It was like
Hmm.
you can actually get like a skill tree for it, but you have to get infected by like another player in order to get it, which
Hmm.
was like a cool concept.
Like
And they had
so,
like wasn't sure like
it would be cool to see a modern, maybe even like futuristic game, and that had like a vampire race, and you could do other races. So like, and then you could put like
Division
skills.
2.
Yes,
That's what it is. I was thought I
yes,
said I looked at the thing like the Division 2 is yeah, I see that.
yeah. It's that game, Division 2. I would
Division 2
like
is fun
like
as
if so
fuck.
if there was like a vampire race in that, or And
But
you
once
could
again, it's not like the main media. It was like a side thing or like a minority thing. It made it more like unique to like be one than
mhm.
more of a slap, like and more like higher to have. Like I said with the ESO thing, it was like a thing that had a rap. I think when it for ESO first came out, the only way you can become a vampire is like to be attacked by an NPC that has vampirism. Then you contracted it, and then you're able to spread it to like other players. But I think only like you can only like um fight someone like once a day that transferred it over. They can have it too, and then spread it like that, which was a cool concept until they made it like a whole. Oh, you can buy like this token now, and then you can automatically get it. The thing. Even had the same thing for werewolves too. You only get it from like an NPC. There was like a slight chance that you couldn't get it, whatever. You became a werewolf, and you had like your own skill tree and et cetera, et cetera. That stuff's kind of cool. Which is kind of weird because I think everyone's like waiting on that Vampire Masquerade single player game as like the sequel to like the one from like back in the day. It was like a full blown vampire RPG game that I don't even know they're still developing or not because I don't hear anything about it. But I don't know. It's very hard niche to get into. It's not like as like happy as everyone. Accepting out. I don't know how it's fucking weird. Vampires. Other games come out.
Yeah, vampires.
Vampires.
It's
Think
weird,
of it.
vampires, okay?
Keep it in the movies. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Do it better. They deserve better. I don't fucking know.
That's
Age of Wonder 4. That's like the Civilization game. RTS. Pieces of this game. I think I looked at this on my stream once. Look cool.
This looks interesting.
Like a Civilization or like build your like a little town or whatever, expand your estate and whatever. It's like RTS like. It's like oh my thing attacks your thing. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh my god, Hogwarts coming out on PS4. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna get it, George? Are you gonna get it? Huh?
Nah, he's not.
I told that I knew that shit coming
I lost
3
interest.
months ago. Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming.
Yeah, at the point. At this point, yeah, there's no point. Yeah.
It still slaps. I don't know. I'm gonna go back and play it a little bit. It was tangible.
No,
Really?
no, I'll play it if they bring out the actual and DLC. If they bring the DLC, I'll try it out.
Apparently, they are making a DLC for it. They changed their mind, assuming they saw how much money they made. Like, oh, let's fucking just have a DLC or two.
Yeah. Until then, nah. I'm satisfied with what I played. I'm satisfied.
I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
I'm sure it was, but it still feels weird to like have a game come out that a certain group can't like really play. So then all the stuff's leaked for it, and then now it's like, all right, now that you know,
It was
here
like
you go.
kind of weird for them to make it. You might just have to like the next gen version, no other version type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're making a Nintendo Switch version too.
Really?
Yeah, but it's hella delayed. But they're making.
I
that.
imagine. Yeah.
yeah.
The thing is, the graphics on that is really high. It's kind of hard to see the Switch deal with it.
You say that, but like they're able to play Witcher 3 on fucking Nintendo Switch. That game's a sexy looking game.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, true.
But like
That's
like,
insane.
but saying that, like when the Witcher 3 come out, like 2015, so probably like I don't know, probably mad on like nostalgia. I don't know what you call it. You know when you like remember like games back in the day? You're like, oh man, that game looks so good. And you go back and look at it, like, holy fuck, it looked like straight trash. What the hell was I on?
the same game?
My imagination took over too heavy.
Oh my god. Hey. Like when it comes out, you're like, oh shit, it's cool. And then a couple years later, like, oh shit, what the hell?
Yeah. Darkest Dungeon. Any Darkest Dungeon fan? Yeah, play the first one. Anybody?
Darkest Dungeon?
Yeah. Anthony, you ever played Darkest Dungeon?
No.
What? This is turn-based combat. This is like the most brutal fucking turn-based roguelike fucking combat you can ever have in the game. Like you go into like in the original one, you have like your party, right? And you go like you're going through this dungeon. I can't remember what it's called. Like a path you choose. I remember what that kind of thing it's called. And you have like you're fighting like these bosses, and like throughout the dungeon you have to like manage the morale of your group because they get like fear, and the more fear they have, the more like them or like the
So,
prey.
yeah, so kind
shit like
of
that.
like War
Yeah,
Tales.
Yeah, you definitely
You
check
gotta
out
handle more out.
definitely check out Darker Dungeon 1. It's very like it's like the most brutal fucking turn-based like game that you can probably play.
Dark.
But it's like one of those masochistic games. Like it's so brutal that you want to play more. Like, oh fuck it, I'll beat this fucking game like out of spite. It's a really good game. Like a whole bunch of, like a fantasy horror and all that type of stuff. This one looks really crisply. They
I
expanded
see it right
upon.
now.
They're expanded upon like the gameplay elements of it.
Oh, and it just came out too. Holy
Yeah,
shoot!
I think it was on early access for a little bit, or like maybe like maybe a demo or something was out that people play, and then now it's fully out. And then I've been watching it like, dude,
Yeah, it just came out last
it.
week.
I want to
Holy
get
shit.
it, but I gotta say I can't see Spend the Buddy like that. So yeah, they actually upgraded like the travel system, so it's not like you're like
Is it multiplayer or is it just single?
pretty sure it's single.
Dude, this looks like a good game to be
Oh,
multiplayer,
this-
essentially.
But
Oh, I
like
see the comment.
how
Yeah,
like
this
how
is definitely
hard how
single.
hard this game
this is
is,
single,
you
yeah.
know how annoying co-op will be.
No, this is definitely single player. Holy shit! Yeah, I see how it is.
Your players with these oh dude, your party members get so fucked up in
Bro,
this game.
no, you know what? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of what's the one I have? Vagris. There you go, Vagris. This is like literally Vagris to me.
I think the first one came out forever ago.
Vagris is literally this. You have to have. You're practically a merchant in the desert. You have to manage your people, your caravan, your beasts, your cargo, uh your escorts. You gotta find paths to like the nearest or farthest freaking city or town to sell. But if not, you get run out of stuff so fast, and you're constantly fighting like unknown shit.
Now game also has like the dark announcer voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the D-pad voice, but it's really it fits the game. Does this game remind you of Lemmings? Is one I got on the screen. Like a modern Lemmings,
I haven't heard that game in a long time.
right? I don't know why it came to my mind, but it's like hurting people to safety. This little sentence right here, dude. Like, oh, that sounds like. Maybe we need a Lemmings remake. Be kind of cool.
It's funny.
The multiplayer Outlast game.
Oh, you're going on another Outlast? Holy shoot!
It's like it's a multiplayer like co-op survival thing. But it's almost like I think you're all like in like a testing award or whatever. That's like the hub area, and then you like pick whatever thing you go to. Then you go there and you like do like certain objectives, but you have to like dodge the killer.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike it's like the killer's like an AI. It's not like a player.
So literally Dead by Daylight.
But it's not. But it's not though. I don't know how to explain it. It's more like a almost
Ooh,
like
that's
it's like starting like doing a co-op dungeon, but it's not. Like you go to this area and like there's like a whatever like a crazy doctor that you have to try and dodge by the complete objectives. Like I think so like you have to like help a prisoner out by unlocking the cage, but you have to go find the key for the case and you do like a certain thing to go with the key while trying to avoid the doctor taking you back to whatever.
Yeah, I mean it is Dead by Daylight. Just like you have different objectives. That's all.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight, so you just have to go try to work out all the freaking little motors to activate the door to get out. Here you're just gonna do different
I have
things.
no idea why Dead by Daylight's so popular. It was cool at first, and then like over the years, I like, dude, this is the same repeated thing. This is like you know, it got some cool collabs, but motherfucker, you can't fight back. You gotta just sit there and just take it. And I don't understand why it's so popular. Like Evil Dead, the one that came out recently, is such a better game, and I don't know why it's not as popular as fucking Dead by Daylight, because it's literally Dead by Daylight, but it has better mechanics and it's just a better game all around. All right. Sick and tired of seeing
God.
Dead by
Oh,
Daylight.
Talk
God.
about us standing. Jesus Christ,
You're
man.
I mean,
right.
okay, compare the two games. Okay, when you
You
get
know
off,
why? It's
compare the
probably
two
because
games.
people. It's like
I don't understand why that game is so popular. Dude. I don't understand. Like, at
there's
first,
the
yes,
more elements.
it was
'Cause
cool, and then now it's just like, okay, all right, sure, okay.
I mean, it's the same thing with like Fallout 76 or freaking Overwatch. Like,
I was gonna give Overwatch 2 as an example. I mean, look at Overwatch. No matter
yeah,
how much controversy it went through, it's still popular.
God,
yeah.
at least you can shoot at Overwatch.
Agreed.
I
Agreed.
literally just sit
agreed,
there fixing the generator, waiting for this bitch who's faster than me. He's got a weapon to cut me up, dude. Fuck this. I mean, it's like this is like the horror movie thing. Like, why the
Oh,
fuck would
yeah.
I go inside the
There
haunted
you
house?
go.
Fuck that. I'm gonna get in the
Yeah.
car and go home. Well, I'm not gonna fuck around this house.
Yeah, no,
It's
exactly.
like
And
the
that's what I
black
was gonna say.
person.
It's the whole horror movie trope.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
It's like
much.
you're in a house. There's a million things in a house you could use. You're telling me you're just gonna keep running from this thing?
Fucking dip it. First exit, leave it. I'm walking. I'm fucking. I can't find a car. I'm running. I'm running as far as I can until I get tired. Because I'm walking fast.
Just walking.
I'd rather go straight, like the furthest
Walk
route
fast for a
away
living.
from wherever the fuck that is. Right? Done. I hate. I don't want to say I hate that game because the game was like like when it first came out, it was like a cool thing, and then
Mhm.
it's literally the same thing. I like the monsters they have too. Like they got like all the collabs or like all the popular horror things, and which is great because I think like more games should do that. Holy fuck! Like Evil Dead came out, and Evil Dead I feel like it's just a better version of it. Like hands out, looks better. Like you can fight back. You get to loot things. You get legendary weapons and shit. Make looting fun, and you can fight back against all the hordes and stuff while doing
Mhm.
objectives too. I think it's like such a way funner game than Dead by Daylight. I don't know. That's a hot take. I don't know. It don't sound like a hot take. It's just makes sense.
Yeah, I
It
don't
just
like
makes
it.
sense to me.
I can't say it. I just like I don't like it. Just
Yeah,
like
I
I don't
agree.
like I don't like I didn't like chivalry. I didn't like it either.
Chivalry.
Yeah, chivalry too.
Like a different genre game. Oh.
I'm just saying, like, just like that one, I didn't like it either.
I think he means just like it's the popularity and like the
Oh,
style of it. He
okay.
just didn't like it
Mm.
because of like that whole reason.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like should bring you like those like 1 versus X games. It should bring back Evolve. Evolve was such a good game.
I thought Evolve was a good game.
But
I
they,
remember
like,
when,
I remember like they turned their servers on like I want to say like a year ago. Like it was really recent. Then everybody that game
Yeah.
popped off on Twitch for a little bit. Like this game looks so much fun. And then it
The
just
thing
died
is,
again. Then it just died again.
yeah, it was a good game, but the thing is, they limited it a lot of stuff, and there was only only three types of monsters, 4 types of monsters. What was it?
It's one of those games that like it deserved better from the devs. Like it's one of those games that you have to constantly update. That's why I think that's why back to like the Dead by Daylight thing, like the game's thriving because they have so many collabs and horror things that they keep updating things with new maps and shit. I feel like we're in the era of like so many people are like on gaming ADHD that you need to keep on updating your game in order for it to succeed. If we have the Fortnite with their constant updates and collabs that keeping the game fresh, keeping it fun to play over and over again for whoever enjoys those types, who plays those games. Gotta keep updating your shit, or is this gonna die? Die a horrible slow death. Lego's coming out with a 2K game. Lego 2K Drive. Oh my god, it's gonna be a driving Lego game.
not gonna lie to you, I saw the trailer for that. I'm like, this genuinely looks good.
You get to build your own car.
Yeah,
Oh
from
my
like
god.
like
Out of
out of
bricks.
Legos, and you
Oh
can
my
do whatever
God.
the fuck you want to
Oh my
it.
god, they thought of everything. It's like the
Yeah, I think the only rules are it has to have 4 wheels and like an engine or something like that.
What's
Like
that-
it's like
those,
building a gummy ship.
one game. I think it was like a Mad Max S game. Where you're able to build like your fighting machine. Like you can make like different weapons. Like you can put like 50 Gatling guns on something, as long as it has like go forward. You can make things fly too, but if you're like creative or whatever, as long as it goes forward, then you can fight the enemy team with their weird creations. You were making like this funny dumb things, or like the try hard it makes like a fucking mech tank or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. Free to play game, but it's what Lego version of that. Be kind of They have like deathmatch mode where you can just make tanks.
You're just going around this one battlefield,
Yeah.
just
Or almost like a twisted
battle
metal,
royale.
like a twisted metal, I guess,
Mhm.
deathmatch thing.
Mhm.
But your little creation thing, that'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
And have all the collabs with all the their Lego collabs they have like Star Wars and Harry Potter and everything. This game will sell itself. Fuck. What?
Oh wait. Oh, you mean like with like the Star Wars and like
Oh, like all the Lego box sets they have for like all their
Oh yeah.
things they have for all
Yep.
the games and
Okay.
shows and movies or whatever they do. I know they have Harry Potter and Star Wars and probably like a whole bunch of other stuff. That's like,
I was gonna be like, what?
It's
What do you mean?
Lego.
Harry Potter would be cheating? They'd be pulling out their wands mid race.
it'd be hilarious though. It'd be great. It'd be just fucking. It'd be like a Mario Kart type race where you have like power ups and shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Whole little thing. Lord of the Rings Gollum. We touched on this last week.
Oh
Looks
God,
like ass.
no.
All right,
Stop.
next one.
Skip.
Alright.
Move on to the next one.
You don't need to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Did anyone play the original
remember.
System Shock back in the day? Because I didn't.
Nope.
I didn't know. A lot of people want to play it again. There's
It's a
Bioshock,
revamped about it, so
like a complete revamp or like a successor.
yeah. So
Alright.
it's there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
As we got here on the releases, alright, then another fucking Hello Neighbor VR.
Oh yeah, people just like
That game was another one of those Dead by Daylight ones, bro.
yeah.
That's surprised how popular this one is. I'm like, that was a very like niche ass game. It had a cool concept. Whole hats off to them that they get everybody get VR and have.
But at the same time, they end up
so.
killing it at the very end too. It's like why? Why would you do this such a thing?
Yeah.
I think the secrets they had in Hello Neighbor was pretty nice though.
Oh, like
they had a lot of like
the
little
hidden
secret
stuff.
things.
They had to do like certain like stuff there all stuff
Mm-hmm.
to find out the mystery behind your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the sequel like it's like the whole neighborhood, right? I think it is.
Wait, what?
There's a sequel to this game, the Hello Neighbor, the second one.
I'm sorry, that's not the one I'm looking at. I'm looking at the fourth one on the list.
The fourth, there's a four of them. What the? Oh,
No, the fourth
sorry.
in your list.
Oh, bare butt. You know what? We're not even gonna click on that. Can't do half these games. Cool. May's kind of weird. Delayed games.
Oh yeah, Suicide Squad. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm so surprised.
I feel like they're doing this because of the what they get how the feedback they got from like that live service thing, like that little leak they had or whatever.
Yeah,
And everyone's like, "Oh
they
god,
try-
another
yeah.
live service."
It's not gonna work. I don't know why they keep on trying to make live service games when it's like literally none of them work.
They're trying to be they're trying to capture that Destiny crowd. I feel like Destiny stands.
The thing is, the Destiny is completely different though. I mean, it is a live service, but it's different. You can't compare it to other games. It literally is, what Destiny is another COD, but with futuristic weapons and stuff.
Destiny? You said it's another COD? Is that what you just said?
Pretty much.
Bruh, I think Destiny's more like a Halo, but that's kind of like generalizing of the first. Like you can say that about every first person. Then every first person thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's
yeah,
another
yeah,
COD.
yeah.
That's kind of like what?
I mean, it would be the same if I said like it's another Battlefield too.
But Destiny is more of a co-op. Dungeon delving raids. Like the PvP is like the last thing that you think of when you think of a Destiny. To me, it's more like a Borderlands. I feel like it's in that niche of like Borderlands and
Borderlands and Halo had a
Outsiders and
baby,
stuff.
and it turned into
Yeah,
Destiny.
I feel like it's more like that because like the PvP is like the last thing they think of when it comes to that game. It's more like, oh, what's the next dungeon? What's the next raid? Am I gonna get a good roll of my legendary weapon and such like that? I think it's way more of a Borderlands than it is a Call of Duty S game. So
Fair enough.
why
Fair
you got the
enough.
COD for Destiny? That's not the first thing I think of. But anyway, I feel like ever since Destiny had that that success of like the gaming service thing, I feel like people have been other developers trying to capture that for the longest. just haven't quite got there. I think everyone's just sick of people trying. Just quit fucking trying, dude. Quit fucking trying. You can't do it. I think
Yeah,
that's
I think
literally
we're
like the first like new IP from the Halo devs. Like, you know what I mean? They have all the credentials from Halo, from all that being successful for the longest.
I mean, it's easy to say. I don't have to mention what happened to Anthem. That's what they try to do there.
Woo, man, I was really wanting to play Anthem.
I
And
was
like,
too, and then it came out to be such a shit show. It's like,
yeah, that bus left me behind because I didn't have something. I think I didn't either have the hardware, I didn't have the system or something.
yeah.
But then once I heard about what happened to it later, I'm like, how?
Bro.
How?
That was like this
Bro.
weird like sequence of because that's BioWare, right? So
Yeah, it was
BioWare had that, and they had the Mass Effect game, Andromeda, all
Mhm.
in the same year, and they're two completely different games. And like what Andromeda had like problems with the way it looked, and the story sucked ass. And then Anthem looks great, but the story is trash, and like the game mechanics are trash. I'm like, why make two separate games? Let's just make one like big game with like both of those, you know, like make a Mass Effect game that looks like fucking Anthem, has like the movement and it gets like the shooting of Anthem, but make it a great Mass Effect story. Maybe have it like, I don't know, change the story completely because the drama was a fucking snore and a half. And I'm a big Mass Effect fan, right?
Oh,
I played the shit out of those three trilogy.
I saw that story and I saw like what everything was going on in there. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It was also during that time where like I feel like developers were getting like too much pressure for like the CEOs or
that's what it was.
Whatever.
That was the problem. The CEOs were pushing for more and more, but they were giving like less resources, less time. So in the end, the developers couldn't deal with it. They had nothing to work with, sincerely. So, and now apart from that, they were small little teams. They didn't put like major teams to work on these things.
They wanted twice the money without putting as much in.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted, no, it wasn't even twice the money. They wanted triple the money, but they were giving 5 times less of what they needed to work with.
They weren't paying their people or giving them appropriate time to make it. They were just like, why isn't it done?
And like, they have no leaders to like help them, give them direction. They had no what you call it, a building road to.
Oh, they didn't have a roadmap. They didn't have
A
a roadmap.
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
like,
they have,
completing things.
Yeah, they had nothing. They literally had nothing. All they had was, you want this and this by this time. So yeah,
That's a shame. It could have been good. It could have been
no,
great.
it was such a great concept.
Mm-hmm.
Such a great concept, but they just, yeah, they couldn't implement it. Kind of like movies nowadays too. Like movies nowadays are just the same. Like, a lot of movies are being rushed in. They're not putting too much thought into it.
Honestly, I feel like recently with the movies that have been coming out, I feel like they've been breaking away from that. Like slowly,
Yes.
it's very
Oh, yes,
slowly,
yes,
it's here and
yes,
there,
yes.
but like a lot of movies that have been coming out recently have gone back to being movies, like
Good.
entertainment. Like they're
Yeah,
good,
real
the stories
good.
are good, and they're not trying to focus on like the same kind of map. Like they're getting creative again.
And not only that, they're not also focusing on social issues either. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's what killing a lot of movies do. The social political stuff going on.
Yeah,
Oh,
blame
this
it
is
on the
not
fucking
woke.
cancel
Oh,
culture
this is being racist. Oh, blah 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 blah. Like,
fucking cancel culture and the woke community ruined media. Fuck all of them. All right.
Oh yeah,
Everything.
being afraid to make entertainment.
yeah, it's
Everything,
just
'cause, you know,
like,
I
there's
was
no
perceived
problem putting
by
something
independent
gay in
person.
there as long as it's good, but don't force it down people's throats. That's the problem.
Wackadoodle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there are like good movies that have come out and are still coming out, and like Jordan knows, I'm a really big MonsterVerse fan, and
Mm-hmm.
I just heard about the new plot, the supposed plot for the new Godzilla versus Kong,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
it just
Dude,
blew
you know what's
blew like
weird?
the whole community away. I'm like, holy
Dude,
shit!
You say that, dude? I literally watched the Godzilla vs Kong last night. for
Oh,
the first time.
really?
Yeah, I watched it for the first time last night.
How did
And
you
it was
like
fun.
it?
It was fun to watch. It was a
Yeah,
like,
right. It
I
was
feel
nice.
like
It was
there's
nice.
you know when Godzilla fights Kong on the boat and he's like Kong's like tired or whatever. He's laying on the boat after the fight 'cause he almost drowns or whatever. Then you
Yeah.
see Godzilla staring at the boat, and the way he looks at this fucking boat was like the most menacing thing. I felt awkward.
No,
The way he
no,
looks
no,
at this
no,
fucking
no,
boat, but this is like
no,
seeing if he's gonna get up. I freaked
bro,
the fuck
bro,
out. I was like, this dude's about to
bro,
whoop my
no,
ass. Like,
no. When they're in Tokyo and when Godzilla blasts Kong off the way and he just like gives this like menacing grin.
he was such a fucking like savage.
Right,
Like, there's no need to be this so savage, your thick ass. All right, relax. Spoilers anyway. At the end of the movie, right? Fucking Mecha Kong is beating the dog shit out of Godzilla. Like, it's not even like.
Mecha, you mean Mecha Godzilla?
Whatever the fuck, Mecha Godzilla, dude. The way he fight, dude. So Godzilla whoops King Kong's ass. Like he wins like the third round. Like there's no competition at this point. Almost kills him. Then he starts walking away. Then Mecha pops out. And you're like, oh shit, it's about to be a fight. This is like no, this is not gonna be a fight. Mecha beats the shit. Godzilla didn't even stand a chance against this fucking rope, dude. It was disgusting. Like,
Yeah,
it was almost brutal. Like, dude, it was hilarious.
Mhm.
It was like no competition. How much? Oh, dude, it was
No,
great.
what's funny is like they also like they keep up with the lore from back in the past, like how the original movies were too. Because like this is how it was in the back in the day when Mechagodzilla and Godzilla fought.
Mm.
Like Mecha would always trump Godzilla for some reason.
It's robot versus blood
Yeah.
and bone.
But then
Bro,
like
but, dude,
Godzilla
you
for
have
some
to-
other
dude,
for
George, you
some
have
for
to-
some like plot armor, he comes up with something or something happens which gives him the upper hand
Bro,
at the
but
end.
it's something about this fight, dude. You have to see when you watch this fight. Like you just do this Mecha is countering everything Godzilla does. Like he hits him like dude, Godzilla goes for a swing before he gets the swing off. He fucking claps him into the face with like a blast or something, knocks him over, throws his ass through a building. It's like
Yep.
it's so bad. Like it's so bad in a good way. Like
Mhm.
Godzilla, you thought you were Billy Badass, and then you met Billy Badass, and then Billy Badass clapped those fucking cheeks. Someone curb stomped him a couple of times. Like, dude. Anyway, that movie's great. Like,
Yeah.
dude, Godzilla's great now. You remember when Godzilla was bad? Like 2000 was that 2005?
Oh, for the first movie?
What the one like
Yeah, it was
whenever-
2000 something. Yeah,
skinny Godzilla.
Oh,
2012, 14, something like that. Yeah.
When he
first one.
he ate
But
his, he ate his
that was
collard
because
greens. He ate his collard greens and his okra. Now he's got
Literally, that's how the original was. Like Godzilla had only like 5-10 minutes of showtime. That's what they're trying to do there. But it also riled up the public that they wanted more. They needed more.
he needed to be thicker.
And then, lo and behold, that's what they did. Like they gave the people what they wanted. Then came Godzilla 2, and there was the whole showdown. Everyone loved it. They wanted still even more. And hey,
dude, fuck it. Let's have like a fucking Godzilla, Kong, and fucking what do you call it? The mechs from Pacific Rim. Have them all fight. Fuck it. Have a big ass monster mecha
Oh my
fucking
god!
fight off.
A cross-world kind of
Fuck
thing.
it, dude. I was one. Just have them all in there, dude. Just have a big fucking battle royale.
And then the Transformers come in to defend Godzilla.
Yeah, they're secretly
we
there.
are one.
Dude, that's another awkward trailer. The trailer for the fucking Beast one with fucking what is that like?
It is.
The music they
is-
chose for that one with Notorious.
I
It felt
wanna
so
watch
like
it. I
weird.
want to watch it though. I still want to watch.
have
it.
music didn't fit the
love
trailer
Beast
at all.
Wars.
Yeah.
Beast Wars was great back in the day.
That was the first one I saw. I didn't see when they were robots, like humanoid robots and like cars and stuff. I saw when they were animals first, and I literally thought they started out as animals, and because they can live for so long, they just adapted, and then they became
No.
the cars. As a kid, that's what I thought.
Yeah. But no, that's
I thought they just lived forever.
no. They were actually the last generation of those robots.
That's insane.
Yeah, they just went back in time for some reason. It was-
What?
yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, because they had like a ship or something like that. They're like
Yeah,
crash
they went-
landed. They're trying to
went-
figure out how to get back.
Yeah, they went through like some type of black hole, if I remember.
Mhm.
And that black hole went through time, and then they end up going through the past.
Yeah, then they got the beast forms so they could like still live and adapt to that
Mhm.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, childhood memory coming back.
Yeah. Then they found the original. Then we're like, holy shit! It's our past ancestors. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was really good storytelling. It was really good storytelling.
What they're supposed to be fighting in the next movie for Kong?
Look,
Godzilla?
apparently they're actually kind of following the last movie, but they're making so many changes.
Oh, yeah.
Because did you guys see the last movie?
Yeah, last night.
Really?
I
Really?
didn't see it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one
that's what I was talking
with
about.
when Kong's first brought in, right?
Who?
Kong versus
Kong.
Godzilla.
Yeah. The
No,
one you
no,
watched last night was the first one where he's like introduced.
no. We're talking about
No.
Transformers.
Oh, bro, what the? Okay. Woo.
Bro, what the hell would you? How did you go from Transformer to Kong?
Because he said that he watched the last movie, and I just assumed that was the
Yeah,
last one I was
yeah,
thinking
for
of.
Transformers. What else?
I think I did. I don't remember.
The one Mark Wahlberg one.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg had like the last three, if I
I
remember.
want to say yeah, but
I
I
feel
don't
like the
remember
one.
too
Yeah, but
much.
I feel like the
they're
one
all
there's
terrible.
like
So don't worry about it.
the
Yeah,
the
they're all
Oh,
stale,
fair.
the fucking
Maybe that's why I don't remember.
the
yeah,
assassin.
they're
dude,
horrible. They're horrible.
The
Don't
guy
worry.
walks around with the big fucking.
Here's the thing. Here's the synopsis. The thing is, at the very end of the last movie, suppose
And they're fighting in Tokyo, right?
No,
Aren't they fighting in
they,
Tokyo the last one?
no, they fought off like some coast of
Because
somewhere.
I remember fucking wasn't like. Is that the recent trailer when he's like isn't like Optimus is riding like one of the fucking beasts?
That was like the one
Or is that
before the
movie?
last.
I'm pretty sure like
think-
they're fighting in Tokyo.
There was one before that one. But the thing is, the ending comes out that the Earth itself was actually Unicron. Now, Unicron is the ancient, like I guess you can say, devil of the Transformers. Is the
Mm-hmm.
Transformers have a god which is uh Primus, and
Mm-hmm.
Primus has his counterpart which is Unicron. And in this last movie, they came up with the stupid idea that Earth itself was Unicron, which is completely stupid. But here they're kind of rewriting it that Earth is no longer Unicron, but Unicron is coming out of nowhere and is trying to destroy the Earth. So the thing is about Unicron, lore-wise, Unicron can cross dimensions and time skip and everything. So all these
Okay.
yeah, all these Transformers that are coming out right now are from different time dates and universes all coming together to like fight them.
Story's getting real convoluted.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But I still, I mean, I want to see how they implement it. I know I'm gonna laugh at it, but I just want to see how they work it out. So funny. Anyway, what other movies you guys are willing to see?
Mm, I still just want to see that new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh
But,
yeah,
I gotta watch that Christmas one first though.
Hmm.
Yeah, I never watched the Christmas Guardians of the Galaxy because I forgot it even existed, and also since it's only on Disney Plus.
Oh, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
I don't really care about Disney stuff, but Marvel has all the Marvel stuff's on Disney Plus, so I have to go to Angel's house and actually be like, "Hey, let's not watch our usual stuff. Let's watch this." So I need to watch that before I watch this new Guardians because they said there's something in the Christmas one that what you call it?
Huh?
That connects the connects.
Yes, yes, there's the word.
Mm-hmm. I still have to watch the freaking Dungeons and Dragons movie. I still want to see it,
Me
but
too. Me too.
ridiculous.
And let's just go after work on Tuesday.
Is it still out though? I wonder at that.
Yeah, it should be. Kind of
That's
weird
fine.
for it not to be a Marvel
Movies
movie
usually stay out pretty long.
for a while.
True that.
Y'all hear that Meg 2's getting a sequel? a Meg sequel, as you can say, Megalodon sequel.
Anything else you guys want to look into?
You just realized, bro.
I know. I'm excited for Blue Protocol. It's coming out like later on in the year. Also, I'm really surprised at how many games are coming out in June. It almost feels like there's too many. It's a lot of money in June.
Bro, we're gonna be broke.
It's gonna be.
We're gonna
be in debt.
Back. Hello. Hello.
I just came out of there. I don't need to go back in there. Not there.
Hello. Hello. We're back. We're back. Hello. 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 We're back.
I was wondering what happened. I was like, why are you so quiet?
Dude,
yeah, I was like, dude, was you so quiet?
I was saying stuff. No one's hearing anything. Oh my god. Mike was. Computer's dying. All right, computer's dying. What was the last thing I said to y'all?
Bus Simulator? Oh yeah, Bus Simulator 20.
What the last thing I said? Hey, I was saying movies wise. You didn't know that Meg is having a sequel?
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
Have you seen the? I have yet to see. I haven't seen Meg 1, but I'm surprised to get a Meg 2. But then I looked at the trailer for Meg 2. The Meg 2 trailer looks kind of sick.
They made the damn shark like 2 times even bigger. I was like,
it's not even just about the shark anymore. They're bringing friends with them now. They bringing friendos.
Really?
Yes, he's got friendos now. Hopefully my computer doesn't die.
What? No, wait, no.
50 million years.
I feel like that's not really true. That's too much.
We need your help. We're detecting increased aquatic activity 25,000 feet deep in space. It's an ancient ecosystem untouched by man. Whatever is down there is trying to make its way to the surface. This is a bad idea. Just a little bit.
What the fuck is this? They're underwater? I want to play this video game.
This song.
Of course they play this song. It's a fish movie.
Jonas, we've got company.
That's the biggest Meg I've ever seen.
Biggest Meg anyone's ever seen.
That's the apex predator.
Everybody make it to the station! You can make it! Keep going!
3 massive
Oh shit, there's more than one. Okay, gotcha.
I just hope it goes better than last time.
Okay, that's bullshit.
What happened last time? You don't want to know.
Statham.
We've never seen this before. They hunted in packs.
The Rock would make it into its mouth.
You can relax. This place, Meg-proof. I mean, Jonas was always afraid of this, but I was also thinking...
Really?
Oh, dumbass over here.
They got the crack in there too.
Look at the barrel roll in the water.
Ooh, barracuda.
What? Oh, man,
Huge.
yeah.
Megalodon. Megalodon lie, I didn't watch the first movie, but that trailer makes me want to watch the second one.
I'm not gonna lie, it does
Low
look it does
key,
look fun to see. It does look fun to see.
This looks like just a dumb fun action
See,
fucking movie, dude.
I
It's
agree.
dumb fun action.
And that's what we're talking about. Like all these movies, like take themselves way too seriously now. It's like people just want to go to the movies because they want to be entertained. You know, it doesn't have to be like overly realistic. It doesn't have to be like, you know, it doesn't have to have like drama and all that stuff. I just want to be entertained. I don't care how crazy it gets. Make it crazy.
Are you not entertained?
Like if Jason Statham would have jumped off that thing, had a rocket launcher, and then shot it into its mouth, and then
Down
rode
his
the
fucking
rocket
throat.
into its mouth, and then stabbed it from the inside with like a
Oh,
detonator or something,
God.
blown up and then flown out while on the jet ski, even though the jet ski never went into its mouth, I would have been so happy.
While flying through the air, he dodges the second one. It was coming at
Yeah.
him. So he's fucking this little barrel. Lands on the fin, grabs it by the fin, rides that bitch like fucking Poseidon.
And
No,
then
Aquaman.
You know what's funny?
takes it into the sky and then freaking just like suplexes it like 200 feet in
Dude,
the
this
air
what
into the
this
water.
shit is what like modern day night, like fucking 80s and 90s action movies. It's modern day. Shit makes no sense, but you know it's fucking fun to watch, dude.
It's been the best. It's like, all right, cool. I don't even care.
Oh, dude. Yeah, so what was that before I called out today? Like, dude, I have to show actually kind of a bigger trailer. That's how you make a trailer. Like, I remember the first trailer, but the first trailer did not catch me like that one. That one had like coolness. I don't know. Like, you can really tell with some like trailers these days. Definitely like the music choices that they have for them is how like I want to just give all the props to fucking like James Gunn. Like how his music choices for like the Guardians movies and like even like the Suicide Squad, how it's affected like how people are like releasing their movies and trailers now. Like, oh dude, the music has to slap along with like the movie. You know what I mean? Even like the genre of music doesn't like fit like the overall aspect of the movie. But if it slaps with the fucking visuals, bro, you can fucking lock it in. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
That song, oh, bro.
People just want to have fun. That's it.
Bring back the old. I didn't have like
The first Guardians
yeah.
and what was it, Baby Driver are still like two of my favorite movies to watch. They're the only movies I could rewatch like regularly and still enjoy it. Because they're just fun to watch movies and like the music fits together good. There's just the right amount of comedy, just the right amount of drama and everything. It doesn't take itself too seriously, you know? Like it's not like all good and all bad kind of movies. Like everybody has like their mixed kind of thing. Like nobody's like I'm evil or I'm only good. Because like even Baby Driver, they're all doing heists and everything. They're nice to each other sometimes, but you know they're like they're about their money though. It's like yo, don't fuck with my money kind of deal, you know. And then even the first Guardians, like they're just a bunch of like bounty hunters technically, you know, and they all come together for like a certain reason, and then after that, their reasons for being align, and they just so happen to help each other out, and then they just keep doing it. It wasn't like I'm here for my this and that, you know, you can't get in my way. Like it wasn't like that. It was like
just go straight to Batman.
Yeah, you know, because there's no like all good, all evil kind of thing. But I liked it. I like movies like that. Their choice was surprising. I'm wondering if we're gonna get to the point where we're just gonna outuse all these old songs.
Maybe, but it can't be. As I was talking, and then I went to like the language.
Okay.
It's kind of nice to see the old oldies back there.
Yeah,
it's good to see oldies when they're used right. Unlike the Transformer Beast movie. I don't think Notorious was the choice for that movie.
Notorious.
Like, have you seen the trailer for the Beast?
Yeah, no,
yeah. And it was like it was a censored version. Everyone knows the song, so you know it's censored. This is weird.
Yeah,
I think it should be a better choice for that one. But I'm so happy.
Fair enough.
When the music's back integrated in the movies and trailers. Anyway, PlayStation Plus game catalog for May 2023. Do y'all even play PlayStation Plus anymore? Are we even console gamers anymore?
No, there's still people.
I like both. I like console and PC gaming.
And then there's something you can only do on the console, sincerely, and there's something you can only do on the PC, sincerely.
I've come to realize that I think console gaming is like Apple products, and then PC gaming is like Android products.
Oh.
Because I like console gaming because I don't want to think, maybe my computer's not going to be able to run this the way I want it to, or maybe I have to worry about lag or like all these other specs. You know that if it comes out for this console, it's gonna run.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's supposed to run.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah, yeah.
It's made
95%
properly.
of the time.
95%
How
of the
about
time.
that?
Yeah,
That's a
95%
bit
of
of
the
a
time.
stretch. In our day and age, I feel like that number is very low, or lower now, like we're closer to 70%.
You think
They're
so?
like with the Redfall, definitely like the Redfall. Well, maybe like I don't know. Some games are coming out half baked, dude.
Yeah, no, he's right. Yeah,
Raw as fuck,
Mhm.
extremely raw games.
Yeah.
I feel like we're far enough past like the whole excuse for like delays from like the whole quarantine and COVID and all that.
Mhm.
That every game that come out this year should better be fucking overly. It's been past fucking what 2 years or whatever
Mhm.
since everything's been overly delayed. That your game's not ready, don't even fucking release it. You don't get like
Or like stop heavily what is it, advertising about your game if you know damn well it's not going to be ready, because
hit that delay button. Hit the delay button.
Yeah.
Right? Like I've liked how some of the games that I'm like trying to look for on like, when are you guys gonna come out with your game? And they're like, we're not going to give you a definite date, but we're going to say it's going to come out this year. It's going to come out towards this part of this year, and we're just going to pick the date. Like, we think we can be done with it by this time to where it's enjoyable. We've had some open betas, we've had some closed betas come out. Like, people have tried it, people know about it, but we're not going to get hardcore on like, play this game now, and then like, we're like releasing, December or like August, this date, and then they're like, hey guys, we don't think we can make August. So we're just going to push it back, to like December or something, because we know everybody else is going to be buying things too. So
Wait, a little too like over. I feel like definitely like the undercooked games are too pushed by like the
Undercooked.
I make a try to like undercooked games like Redfall would be like the correct example, or like Fallout 76.
Oh my god, I thought you were talking about
games
literally
like
the
that.
game Undercooked. I'm sorry.
Oh no, no! like the phrase of undercooked games. There's like games that are not.
They're being released before they're ready. Like,
yes,
they give you like this
undercooked.
bare bones kind of thing. It's like you can play the game,
but I feel like the business elements like too influencing on that, because they're truly trying to make a pretty penny, so making like a product that's everybody's gonna love and enjoy the fuck out of. No, it's been too long working on this. Fucking just throw it out there so you can get on to the next thing, so you can make another buck or whatever. Like, that business element of the world is too like. I don't know where it started from. Maybe like one of the bigger companies, maybe like EA and Ubisoft or something like that, that've been copy pasting a lot of their game, or a lot of like basic elements of their games that kind of like mess with the rest of the world in the business standpoint, and the developers are getting a lot of heat for it when they shouldn't be. They have when their hands are tied, their hands are tied, and I guess it's a bad trend of like even like highly anticipated games that don't perform where they're supposed to be. And like it puts a bad rap on developers. And, it's gonna be on their record for like the rest of the time. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
It kind of sucks.
Agreed.
But
I feel like this thing has been going on since what is that? I want to say like the Destiny days, because I feel like when Destiny first came out and we first started to get like really, really like beautiful and like deep games, and then I think it also is attached to the fact that like games are getting expensive now to like buy, and they're putting such big like price tags on them for things that aren't even ready, and things that sometimes you don't even know if you're gonna like them. Like once you get them, because they'll hype it up so much, and then you'll go to play the game, and you're like, man, this is nothing like what you guys showed me I was gonna get. And I feel like the way we consume and we purchase games now, unless you actually do something like what Jose does and do like GameFly, it's like you're kind of just wasting your money because you can't just return a digital game. And then I prefer not to have disc copies because I don't care about like having the box or having things like. I just want to be able to boot it up and play it. Um, so I don't want to buy disc games anymore. I love being able to just download a game, not have to go anywhere, and then boom, it's there, downloaded and ready to go whenever I want to play it. But it's a weird kind of place, and it's like the gaming community doesn't really feel like nobody wants to do anything about when they get a bad game. They don't want to hold the company to any expectation, and at that point they already have your money anyway, so they don't really care, especially if it's just like a one shot kind of thing. They didn't plan to do any DLC for it. They have DLC coming out. They put the DLC out, they give you whatever they promised, and they just dip and they move on to the next one. Like there's no real accountability being held to a lot of these companies for putting out a bad game. People are gonna buy it regardless.
It's just kind of weird and crazy at the same time because like what the fucking what's the most like profitable games that are out now, like what Fortnite, what GTA 5, and those literally those games been out since how long, and it's still literally the same game, and it's just prints money at this point.
Yeah, no.
And you would think more developers would go down, or more like big corporate game companies or the business end of gaming will look towards that and be like, let's make one great game and have that bitch going for like 10 years, and like your WoWs and your Final Fantasy 14s and your GTA 5 and all these long term games that have been forever around. And there's cash cows because people enjoy the game as much as they do. You think they will follow that trend instead of completely like making the same type of game over and over again, just with like a different character, different version of this character. This time the character is blue instead of green or whatever the fuck. And now instead of fighting this enemy, you're fighting robots or whatever. It's like the same copy paste thing, underbaked, undercooked, and not much effort just there for the moolah.
Mm-hmm.
The like longevity aspect of it.
I wonder if it's finding good creative people though to like write these stories that can continue. Because look at like 14, because 14 is like really the only example I'm gonna have to go off because I've played 14 for so long. 14 in the beginning, like if you first start playing 14, I will tell you it is trash. Story wise, it is the most boring, trashy story until you get literally to the end of like the base game, A Realm Reborn. It is boring. And then when you get to Heaven's Word, the story kicks up so hard once you actually get to like the official Heaven's Word, like first set of quests. Midway through Heaven's Word, it gets so good. Ending of Heaven's Word, you're like, this is amazing. You get to the next expansion, Storeblood, and it just ramps all the way back down. It's better than A Realm Reborn, but it's still not that great. And then when you get to the last two expansions, Shadowbringer and Endwalker, it's like, how is this the same fucking game? It was so inconsistent, but it's like once they reach Shadowbringer, they got it. They know what kind of story they want to tell. They know what kind of things to put in there for like the characters, and they're only getting better. Like the ending of Endwalker was just like, it was just magic. They gave you everything you wanted, everything the community asked for and they wanted. They gave it to us. And I think when you have like long games like that, like MMOs, it's probably easier to do that because you're like, okay, well, we'll try again on the next one. And it's something we're just updating this one thing. We've already made the vehicle. Now we're just swapping out the parts and we're making it better versus having to go back and make like a totally new game. Because I know they can use like parts and assets from like old games, but if you're getting like the second version, like Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, Borderlands, like all that stuff, when you're getting like new parts, you expect like newer things. You don't want to see the same stuff in there. And maybe that puts pressure on the company, and then to actually write like a story that's just as good as the last one, because like everybody will still say Borderlands 2 is probably like the best Borderlands that they came out with. And then since then it just hasn't, it's never reached that point, they peaked and then everything else has been just kind of good. It's like, all right, it's okay. It's another Borderlands game. You know what to expect.
Weird.
Yeah, it's a really weird. It's too hot or too cold. It's never in between.
I mean, the same thing can be said like with the Mass Effect world.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first three games, they started really good. They got better, and then like the third one was really great. The only thing that people had a problem with was the actual ending. That it really disappointed everybody because everything you went through the end results didn't show at all, and it pissed people off so much. And then what Bioware did, like, okay, let's do a little rewriting here, and hopefully, they gave a new ending, an update that gave a different ending, but
Mhm.
it still didn't quite get there. People were still disappointed, but they liked it better than the original that they had. It shows some of the choices that you made throughout the game, the end results, but not all of it.
Mhm.
And then out of nowhere, you got Andromeda, which supposedly is like a side story, but at the same time, it's still connected to the main story. But it was mere trash. People hated it. People
I
were
think it
just.
was a complete spin-off.
Hmm?
The drama that happens during the events of Mass Effect 1, they leave before the beginning of the game, beginning of Mass Effect.
That's what I'm saying. It's
So
practically
they
a,
have
it's,
they
pra- it's
know
practically a
they know
spin-off,
like
but it's still somewhat connected to the main game.
more like a Star Trek. Yeah, it's in the same world, but I don't want to say they're type of thing.
They even have it like anecdotes from like the Mass Effect, like the original,
Because
in there.
it's
But
in
I
the
mean,
same world.
yeah,
Yeah. Because it can't have to because it's in the same
yeah,
world, so they have to have the same technology, same
yeah, of
lore.
course. But still,
But
but it's still its own different story.
mm,
So I mean, you can't really connect them all truly together, sincerely.
mm.
But the thing is, like, people hated it and they didn't like it. They just like, you know what? We're gonna stick with the three main games, and we're good there. And now they're gonna make a new continuation of the three main games, and people are really excited about it. And there's some people who are just like, "Why? Why are you continuing this when it was good as it was? You don't need to keep on going with it."
I think it's like well, I think of the whole thing of like people just want more for a certain thing.
I mean, it's understandable, but there's things that you just need to let die.
You think Mass Effect deserves to die?
I
Wow.
mean, it should be like it's good how it was. You don't need to
Mass
keep on
Effect is
going
such
with
a
it.
cool world.
Do you think
I like Mass Effect's world.
do you think it just needs like a perspective change? Whereas it's like, yeah, Mass Effect dies, but you could just start up another story in like a different part of like the
That's
Oh
literally what
yeah,
they
world.
try to do with
that I
Andromeda.
have no
That's
problem
literally what
with. Yeah,
Andromeda
yeah,
is.
that's what literally what
Like
trying to. Yeah.
Andromeda is in the same world, same universe, and it's like a whole like I'm moving. They're making a colony on like a completely different galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
and it take forever to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And they try that, and they kind of did not stick a landing at all.
Oh wow.
Um, uh, so I think them making a sequel to the original trilogy. I think it'd be a great time because, like I said, the Mass Effect world is just such a fun
Oh
world,
yeah.
and I feel like if they do the story right, I kind of feel like they should just let Shepard die. I don't feel like they should bring Shepard back. You know, like resurrecting because I think he's been resurrected way too goddamn much.
Yeah.
Let him die. Let him go.
I mean,
Um,
it's like the same thing with like say Fast and Furious, bro. How many do we have? How many Fast and Furious do we have till this day? And like, I'm
Fast and
sincerely sick
Furious
of
though.
it. Sincerely.
You can't compare Mass Effect to Fast and Furious. I think it's like more comparing. It's like how many Star Treks do we have? Like,
Mm,
I think that's more of a better analogy.
mm,
It depends on how what they do.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
honest,
it
you can't.
does.
I think
Yeah,
it's too early to
it
say
really
anything
does.
about the fourth. Um, depends what they do and what ideas they do in development for like the story and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now for like a leg like the Mass Effect 4 legacy, like is this a legacy of all the characters like their offspring or what do you call it? Um, generations after them type of thing. Be
Ancestors
kind of
or
cool. I want to say ancestors like the opposite though. So like what's
posterity?
the like if I was like the granddad and my kids are this is legacy, right? This would just be a
Yeah, your
legacy,
legacy.
right? So I mean that'd be kind of a cool idea. I don't think it'd be like I said. It all depends on how they do it. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a terrible thing. I think it'd be great to be in another Mass Effect. But the world's cool. Not many cool sci-fi worlds that are done right. And Mass Effect is definitely one of those ones that they did do right for the first trilogies.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get here. Oh, long-term gaming. I don't know where we got from long-term gaming to where we to Mass Effect.
Tangent.
We
all just kind of
the good old derpy rants. You know, I was the whole first question was trying to lead on to PlayStation Plus. I didn't even get there. We just went off. Anyway, back in PlayStation Plus games for me. Oh my god. First game on the list, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, one of the most fucking must-have games if you have a PS5. Alright? It's like the first next-gen game that you'll probably ever play that actually feels next-gen as fuck. Crispy controls, portal technology, hopping through rifts to different worlds. Absolutely amazing. Anthony, have you played this?
Which one?
Ratchet and Clank
I've seen people play through them. I haven't played them myself, but they look fun and all. So.
Oh, dude. I forget. If you have a PS5, you can play it. I think it's required. I think it's a requirement to play this game.
If I remember, they're working on the new one, right?
Probably. There's so many Ratchet and Clank games. Like, it's on the same quality as this one. They can make none of them.
I think they left kind of a little cliffhanger in this one, the Rift Apart.
Oh.
What was that? What was that? I heard that. I heard that too. What was that?
We got a spectator.
Oh god. Okay.
Expectations.
Freak me out. Yeah. That's 100% worth game. Making Legions. You like. I believe the games are free, so you know.
Yeah, no.
It's not hurt to try these.
Is Humanity the one with the apes, or is that something else?
That's the one we just saw with the lemmings looking one.
Oh,
because the apes one's like generation something evolution or something.
Yeah.
Evolution or something like that. This is the one we just saw with like lemmings. I think that's a new game coming out. Dishonored games are just fun.
Yeah.
First person story driven games with like moral decision games. Games a lot of fun games to play. This is like an anime. Okay. Tomb Raider. They do Tomb Raider games.
Oh, the trilogy. Holy shoot.
Yeah, they got all three of them.
That's hilarious.
These games are fun as fuck to play. Third person adventure games. Probably the high recommend games. Got any free time. Bus Simulator.
Bust a move.
I kind of want to play Bus Simulator. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know the drive a bus?
I mean, how hard can it be?
You ever played a simulator game?
Yeah. You know, where you
have to press all the buttons. You can't. You have to do.
You just hold
exactly
X,
like
and then beep beep.
You got to put it in gear. You got to do the brakes. You got to make sure to do the lights.
Nah.
Make sure you get the money for the ride.
Can I beat somebody up
Evil
if they don't?
Within 2. Anyone play this?
The Evil Within 2.
Have you ever played Evil Within? I haven't played it. Evil Within games. It was like the Resident Evil supernatural thing. Or something. Which is funny because the devs has made Hi-Fi Rush. Have y'all seen Hi-Fi Rush?
Oh yeah, of course.
I think I recommend that to one of y'all.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi.
Yeah. I forgot about the game actually.
Beat 'em up game.
Mm-hmm.
It came out like this randomly dropped and it's like one of the best games that came out this year so far.
It's super cool.
I think that also has like a cool back to like the New Game Plus thing. I think that has like a cool New Game Plus where it's called like Rhythm Master, where you have to keep your rhythm score above C, or you have to restart the whole level. And like everything in C to keep the beat going the whole time, even when you're not in combat. Wolfenstein, those are fun games. Conan Exile, I'm surprised this game hasn't died yet.
Yeah, that's another game that still holds up to this day. It's ridiculous.
It's got this. Once you get that a good niche audience, dude, your games will last forever. Yeah, this one you got get Conan, you got fucking Mech Warrior, you got all like the fucking simulator games back to those. Those have a shit ton like a niche audience that always come back to play each generation. Those games. So, oh my god, we got a Ghostbuster game, dude. Ghostbuster remastered. Whoa, y'all got one of Ghostbusters?
Is this the last one that just came out?
Right? Well, no, I think it's like the first one. It's a remastered. So I mean, it's released. Isn't like the last one like the first person one?
It's you can.
Is that the one you're thinking of? The last one was like the first person. Like, there's a team of Ghostbusters, and there's a team. There's one ghost. You have to try and capture the one ghost. You're like your team. People.
Yeah. And there's like only three. There was only like 4 types so far, and then they were add more later on, something like that.
Yeah, that was the last one. I think this is the PS3 one.
Okay.
Sucking, the fucking games in the vacuum.
Heard.
Not too shabby. Had a couple of these in games for PlayStation Plus. Dude, they have too many games. They have too many games now. They only got the same feeling from this for PlayStation Plus that I have for Crunchyroll. It's like too much anime now. I'm overwhelmed. There's not too many fucking games.
You're overwhelmed.
No, I'm overwhelmed. Speaking of anime, what did I watch yesterday?
Okay, I had like any anime recently.
Why is either? Tried to yesterday. I was looking for it, but I was like, man, I don't feel like watching any of this. I don't know about any of this at all. I have fallen off. Oh god, I'm getting too old that maybe I don't want to watch anime no more.
It's not even that. It's just that they're not
shit.
coming out with actual good animes. Like they're coming out with this like simple and reused themes, and it just gets old.
Over digital.
I'm surprised they made another season for that freaking smartphone anime. I'm like, what the fuck? People like this
phone anime. What's this? Wait, what?
It's a reincarnation one where this guy talks to God, and God says, "Oh, I can let you have one thing from your original world. What is it?" Like, "Oh, can I have my smartphone?"
Makes no sense.
It sucks.
Would it even work in that world?
It works on God's power, so no matter where he goes,
that's stupid.
So all he does is like, where can I find the nearest lake? Where can I find this? It's stupid. I'm like, bro, really?
Actually, I started watching Hell's Paradise yesterday.
Oh, what'd you think?
It's pretty decent. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I get why you're being very vague about the whole premise of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, oh, well,
I don't want too much spoilers.
it's interesting.
I know at the beginning it's kind of
like,
slow.
They're fucking creepy. Doing like the things they encounter.
Oh yeah,
they're like creepy.
Well, lucid dream, nightmare, and fuel inducing kind of stuff.
Yeah. But it's still bright and colorful, so it's kind of weird. Usually, like Nightmare Fuel was not bright and colorful like as much as like that game. That
Nightmare Paradise. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably continue it when I remember to go back and watch it. Which is bad. That's bad. Many things. Oh, fuck! I've been playing Dead Island 2 this week. Yeah, above it.
Oh,
dude, the fucking dude, Dead Island 2 zombies is so fun to fight or to kill or whatever. To do whatever the fuck you do to zombies. Burn them, shock them, cut them up, fucking throw stuff at them. It's just so fun. You, like they have like the whole it's like old original Dead Island / the first Dying Light, where the zombies, like if you push them or kick them, they like stumble around and shit. They lose balance. So you can like, they're stupid. They're not like clever fucking zombies where they can do like fucking, rocket science to try and get to you type of thing. They would stumble through like traps and like fall off buildings, and you can throw them through windows and shit. Cut off all sorts of parts, and you'll still keep going. The game's a lot of fun. Like surprisingly a lot of fun. You know what? You can tell that game's been through 3 different fucking studios, and 10 years, 10, 11 years of development. This Biome of Zombies. like the flesh mechanics, like burning them, like their skin starts peeling off and crispifying, and or acid, their skin melts away, and game's fun. Like the one of those games that don't take it so serious, but it's still a good time. Fuck it. That's my single player game now.
That's dope.
It's a co-op, so you can do you like what you see. Get up with some only with like an instant pickup. You have like a group of friends that need to play it, and maybe like pick it up when it's on like.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a blast. And I almost have like I want to say like the comedy writings on like the same vein as like Borderlands, but it's close. It's like Borderlands comedy if it's in our world. Like when your character's talking and stuff. It's also got like fourth world breaking stuff now and then.
Yeah.
Makes it even more funny. So yeah, that was a fun game. It's fucking surprisingly hard. Zombies will fuck you up in that game. You're not on your shit. Will fuck you sideways.
Oh my.
Dude. Anyway. And tangent. Hey, Devolver Digital might be bringing back their show this year. This is like the only show I want recommend to anyone during E3 or any type of game, because their fucking show is batshit crazy. I mean, they have like a fucking storyline for their fucking presentation. So, highly recommend it. If you haven't seen one of their shows, fucking YouTube it. You'll have a good time. And it's still funny because they're doing like this whole like story thing for like their presentation while like actually like showing trailers for their games. It's kind of hilarious. Like at one moment they had like a Terminator thing going, like, or like a RoboCop thing for like their CEO who got murdered like the last show. And highly recommend watching this each year. Definitely have like nothing else to watch, or you want to keep up with like some sort of gaming stuff. They usually have some good games out and like Absolver and and shit like that. So cool little we'll discuss about, but keep a look out. June. Then the Summer Game Fest. Y'all watch anything from the Summer Game Fest each year? The E3s or anything like that? Keep up?
Yeah, E3 or from time to time or the Game Awards, but they're not really nothing else.
E3 is completely dead now, so
Yeah,
I think they're like skipping the next. Oh,
they barely take out anything out now, barely.
Oh no, I think they officially like killed it, type of thing. The people, and I think that like now Summer Game Fest is gonna be like the E3 each year with the I can't remember these the host of that dude's in game journalism for like X amount of years. He knows everyone. He does like the Game Awards too, so it's very fun to watch. Maybe like you'll look at like you don't know what to play or what to look forward to. Summer Game Fest is there. I think it's cool, and they also like remember like Steam has like stuff for it. Like sometimes during Summer Game Fest they have like the demo fest for like Steam. They like a whole bunch of developers play like demos on Steam. You can try out for free. Always fun stuff. A great time to be like a video game fan during that whole segment or whatever period of time. I'm a hardcore gamer. And then like the first Immortals game, this is the game I was thinking about recently. I can't remember the name of. It's the first person mage game.
Ooh.
This game looks pretty. This is one of those games where it's like they're trying something new type of thing. So keep a lookout for it. It looks kind of like AA. I don't know. It looks pretty. It looks pretty as fuck. It's almost kind of scary because it almost looks like along the lines of Forspoken, and you know how everyone knows what Forspoken is.
Yeah.
You know they try to go outside.
Yeah,
but
do you know that they still have Forspoken for like $90?
There's a DLC coming out.
Yeah,
So,
it's not gonna help it though. It's not gonna help. It's already too late for it.
So it's got the same vibe from this, but it's first person. It looks clean. It almost looks, think of like Doom, but you're a mage. That's how I got what I got from like the trailer from this.
I want to see the trailer.
You want me to kill my computer?
No,
Look it up
I'm
yourself.
looking it up right now. Shut up.
Look it up yourself. Immortals, maybe that's like a little story to it. Like, oh my god, if I didn't take you underneath my wing or whatever, I'd have went against us or whatever. Almost like a Star Wars narrative type of thing. But yeah, let you think of Doom, but instead of guns, you have mage abilities. So that's what I got from the trailer. It looks kind of cool. Looks very crispy. Looks very clean. Anyway, apparently it's not just first person shooting. You got some puzzles going on, little puzzle stuff. So one of the games to keep on your radar, to keep up to date on. This is Magic. Not many Magic games that done well. So always want to keep an eye out for those. Not just shooty pew pews and slashy. But it hit your ass with a fucking meteorite, bitch, and you die. Fucking Elder Ring hit over 20 million copies sold. Who'd have thought?
I mean, Elder Ring went hard, bro. So like, you already know how freaking Armored Core gonna be, bro.
Ain't expecting to go use all that money to make Armored Core, dude. I'm still on that. I'm still on a little more. Don't get me wrong. What they showed was pretty sexy. A little tad more. I mean, little be like a mission.
I understand how you feel. I'm not totally sold on it yet either, but I'm gonna get it because I do like the whole mech thing, and like it's hard to find a good like mech fighting game. Like you have your Titanfalls and like stuff like that, but I want something like
it's not clunky and you can move around. I mean, not like.
It doesn't always have to be like that though, and it's like I guess it depends on the style. Because I would like something that feels more sleek, but I want some weight. I want to have like boosters so I can move around because I want to play that kind of character. Or like I don't know, I want to be able to like mod and stuff. I want to be able to attach stuff and like be like a walking arsenal or be like this super sleek like Gundam like type machine or just be like a tank, like a little tread tank with like a human torso on top. Like. I want those things. It seems like it has those things, so I'm gonna try it out.
Abomination. Hey, like I wonder why there's not many. One of the genres that I find weird, like I guess the whole Gundam thing. Maybe it's more. Maybe they have more of those like Japan or like in the culture area.
Yeah, the thing is they're very stingy with it, so they really don't like They don't like giving their stuff away to other countries. So that's why whenever you see a Gundam game here in the States, it's like one of the most basic and like boring ones because it's the one they dejected.
Oh, why is that? They're just stingy on like
because they know it's great and they want to keep it for themselves and they don't want anyone else to get like propriety over it.
So what stops them from making a great Gundam fast-paced game like Armored Core but Gundam?
I don't know. Sincerely, I don't know.
It's probably because of that. It's probably the studio kind of thing. It's like like Bandai owns Gundam and all that stuff. Yeah. So they come out with games for it, and the games are their own like style and all that, but they don't amp it up because they don't want to give the assets to like another company to like for them to make it. Because it's either them contracting somebody else, and all the money doesn't go strictly into their pockets.
Like they would print money. Yeah. And then one of those things like concepts that you think of like that would easily print some money now and then if you done right type of thing.
Well, I mean, it'll print money, but it won't print money for them. That's the thing. It'll be like going to a whole bunch of other people. And they want it for them. They want to have all rights to it.
It's like saying like
they probably know way more than us because they're like the whole business thing. They've probably been around forever, so there's probably stuff that we're completely missing in the thought. But in my brain, 50-50 split. Oh, maybe they want 100%. Oh, that's being.
It's like
why be stingy when you can like always give you a little bit of the assets, make something great, and then you can both profit at the same time. People being greedy around here.
Yeah, that's what we want.
God damn it!
Yeah, this is all business prospects and stuff. Like, if you're looking from a gamer prospect, yeah, that's how you're gonna think. Well, let's have it for everybody. No, but that's not how business works, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a lot of contract stuff too. It's like owning the rights and everything, and then once I think if somebody's gonna be involved, they have to like own the rights for like a certain amount of time, or maybe they get permanent rights. I mean, look at Kingdom Hearts. Look at Disney and Square Enix making this like Kingdom Hearts like crossover game, something that if you would have told anybody about like 30 years ago, maybe maybe 25 years ago, I don't know, it would have been like, that sounds weird. Why would anybody make this game? And now Kingdom Hearts is getting to the point where it's like they can't really separate one from the other. They can't just be like, well, we're gonna take our game and we're gonna cut out all the Disney characters, and then Disney has such a tight grip on things. They're like, you know what? We don't really want your Final Fantasy characters in here. Like one has power over the other, and they get to change how the game works and functions. So I think a lot of companies just don't want to deal with that.
This is a game and should not be handed out. Fuck it. Hate it all. I want games. I want good games. It was hard, man, dude. I had a cool game concept.
Yes, it is hard to ask, bro. No matter what you say, it's hard to ask.
Yeah, I be in a creative team somewhere.
Just make it yourself.
I thought of a game.
Yeah, just make it yourself,
Fuck
bro.
you on that. Oh, I'm too lazy for that. Fuck that. I want to be that. I'll be the creative, but I'll be a Steve Jobs. I think of the idea, all right? I tell the people this is what you should do, and they can create, right? I just be the minds. Again, I had like a cool idea of like a rim, like think of Rimworld, right? Like the whole base building and the colony and all that shit. So let's be all your base building, and then the combat would be like fucking XCOM, turn-based S. God damn it! Like the whole open world Sim Zelda game. That was fucking open world. I guess I can kind of do like the Fortuna, whatever we call that game, like the should be looking. Anyway, I'm rambling. Anyway, anything y'all want to talk about today? Anything on your minds?
I think I'm all talked out.
Yeah, me too.
What's for so hard? You all talked out.
Yeah.
Knackered.
So what happened when you ramble?
Anyway, what are y'all doing this week? Are y'all doing anything crazy?
Oh,
game-wise,
I got a dinner to
movie-wise?
take out my mother, so it's Mother's Day. So
Oh, what? Mother's Day, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I'm gonna go get my family, then get my parents, and then
Get fucked up.
we're gonna go get shave ice actually from
Shave
Hanalei.
ice.
What is she?
So
This ice cream that's shaved?
yeah, this
Literally,
lady,
yeah.
she has a whole machine, and she makes it as fine as snow. Like it's not like a snow cone; it's literally snow, like a snowball. And she puts all these things on it. Like you can get all kinds of different flavors from it. She does like fresh fruit. She can do like Oreo and cream kind of stuff. She does like milk and things on there too. Like, her stuff's like really worth it. And she's super nice. And she does these things called malasadas, and they're like these Hawaiian style donuts. Yeah, and then she puts that ice cream in the donut for you to eat.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's right on Mills. It's pretty good. You should take your fam sometime. She's open from 2 to 6 today. I'm gonna
Maybe not.
Yeah, no, like seriously, I'm gonna go change my clothes, fix myself up, and then I'm gonna go get Angel and the girls, and then gonna come home. Yeah, I'm gonna come home and we're gonna see if we're gonna either carpool all together or if they're just gonna follow me and we're gonna go there. Yeah, right on Mills 50 behind a house on Lang near Pig Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
Yes.
Hey,
A little bit go home.
we call it a wrap.
On your rap.
Yo, next week on Sunday at 10 a.m. Yeah, hey, we're doing a late one. We're changing it up. Fuck it. We feel like spicing it up early. Probably. I'm still trying to get back in the streaming thing, but yeah.
I feel the same.
Up,
I think I want to get back into making videos again.
Yeah, I get excited and. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up until I see something posted on your YouTube. All right.
Okay.
Until then, you're not doing anything in my mind.
All right.
I refuse to hype myself up. Are you working on Diablo 4 video? Hmm? Huh? You're a cuck. That's why.
What?
That's what?
Okay. Say, I'm gonna get back into video. Make this video, and you talk about the cool video concept that you're making. Like, oh shit, that's gonna be sick as fuck, and I never see it.
What was the cool video concept that I was making?
I don't know, but it happens too many times.
Wow, so I have a lot of cool video concepts to you?
Probably. Yes. How about the
You
Diablo 4 one?
downplaying them all the time.
Are you still doing that Diablo 4 one for the last beta?
Oh, the one with all the suck in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no.
See, there you go.
I don't know, maybe.
Mira.
I'm just chilling. Listen, that was like it's like a lot of hours worth of video.
Okay.
You handed it
Any
off to me,
video though.
I was like, holy shit, dude.
But that's like any video though. It's always gonna be a lot of hours.
You don't even make any content. Hey, what happened to you? Excuse me, a con.
Oh god.
I was like, use me a content machine. Like, wait, no.
No, not really.
Oh boy. Alrighty then.
Hey. Bye.
Letters.
Bye.